What is good? What is good, y'all? What is popping, everybody? Appreciate everybody for tapping in with me tonight. So let me get my sounds correct. What is good, y'all? Let me get my levels right. My phone died, so I'm not gonna be accompanied by that tonight. But yeah, we got some shit to talk about, y'all. We've got some stuff to talk about tonight, you guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Know it's a big night. It's a big night in all Cinco de Mayo and everything. People are probably out celebrating, drinking, all types of partying going on tonight. But I definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in because we've got some shit to talk about. A couple different major topics, actually, that I took a few notes on. So we got some shit to get into. Appreciate everybody for waiting. Going a little bit late tonight. But it's going to be a live video nonetheless. Appreciate y'all for checking out my piece of my interview with 10 Toes Down. Dropped another piece of that tonight. Yeah, that's been going great. I'm going to have another piece of that for you ready for y'all in the near future. Going to have another piece of that ready for y'all in the near future, but until then, we'll have a couple for y'all to rock with over the week. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hit that like button as you come in. Be sure to let me know what you're blazing on. Let me know what city you're tapping in from. Turn. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. What up, Ron? What's popping with you, Ron? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got a dope video for tonight. We got a dope video to get into tonight. What's going on, Grams? New York is in the building. Major salute to New York. You know, I'm from Connecticut. Couple dope topics to speak on. Mel Matrix. We're actually going to go into a statement from Mel Matrix. You know, that's pretty interesting. So I wanted to get into it. What up, Neck? NEK. What's popping? Anything Goes videos. RIP Kevin Samuels. What up, Boom Mancini? I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Go ahead and hit that like button. Y'all. Share this video. We got some epic shit to talk about tonight. We got some shit to talk about tonight, you guys. Hassan Campbell, he's calling out Big U, y'all. Hassan Campbell has no chill. He's calling out Big U. Mel Matrix, quite a statement on Wack 100. You know, the whole thing, $10,000 for the transcripts. $10,000 for the transcripts. Who the hell is going to turn their back on somebody they've been rocking with for a number of years? I think we all know Mel Matrix has been rocking with Jim Jones for a long time. Marcus 42, what's popping, man? You know, relationships just don't end overnight, especially when you put in years and years of work. Alicia, appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Major salute. Sean Baglife in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? A lot of shit popping with 42 Dugg, OJ the Juice Man, Gucci Man's old artist, going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about it. The Atlanta artist scene, but more importantly, Whack 100. This whole thing, I didn't go over it quite a while ago, so we're going to go over it tonight. Pretty interesting piece. Anthony Gratton, what up? Seattle is in the building. Appreciate Seattle for tapping in. Appreciate everybody rolling into the building. Once you roll in, let me know what you're smoking on. Let me know what you are, where you're from. Excuse me, what city and state you're from. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I see that taking over the chat. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for bringing that up, man. When something like that happens, everybody, comes together. I know a lot of people are talking about Kevin Samuels right now. You know what I'm saying? And what can I say? What can I say, man? I appreciate y'all in the chat for remembering his name. Anthony Gratton says, Wack is a real OG. I know guys like him. Wack has an issue with Jim Jones that is actually, it doesn't look like it has any sight and end. The whole situation with Jim Jones and Wack 100. Looking at it, they started out seemingly as friends. You know what I mean? It looks like they had originally started out as friends. Wack 100 had said that he got Jimmy to record for a group of his artists. He went as far to get Jim Jones to record for a group of his artists. Everybody share this video. What's popping with you? What is popping with you? Ron B. Stinger, Savage, 100 ENT is in the building. Okay, the Clubhouse guys are in the building. Alicia said she is smoking on some of that London pound cake. I love getting my hands on some of that pound cake. You know what I'm saying? Everybody share this video. I got a very special interview for you guys coming up in the very near future. It's going to be a live interview. What's poppin'? Greetings, Mikey T. It is what it is, B. Jamarcus is in the building. Salute to you. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Shout out to Dr. Umar. I'm here. Stand up, North Philly. Smoking Yoda. Yoda Dookie. Damn. Where you at in Cali, Anthony? You out in Cali? Got all those accessible different kind of strands out there. I'm actually just smoking on a little bit of runts. Interested to know what I'll be grabbing at the dispensary tomorrow. But yeah, we got some shit to get into tonight, you guys. We got some shit to get into, man. What's gonna happen with Big U and Wack and Hassan Campbell? Big U actually went online and said that he had no problem with Hassan. You know what I mean? He literally said that he had no problem with the dude. Oh, you're in Seattle. That's right. Yep. Seattle. Yep. I remember you said that now. Excuse me, brother. Dope to have Seattle in the building. It's dope to expand to different states. You know what I mean? Having all the different states like that in here. I know Seattle was big for Kurt Cobain and Nirvana and shit like that. Does Mel Matrix got beef with Jim Jones? QGTM, what's popping with you, bro? Queens get the money. Are you with my homies Fab Don and Trigger Ock, brother? Salute, bro. Mikey T, my guy. What's the word? Smoking on that Joker Haze sour mix. Sounds good. Y'all, I am working on a very important interview for y'all. He's from NBA Young Boys Camp. I'm not going to give anything away, but I'm trying to put together an interview with a member of NBA Young Boys Camp. It's going to be dope. What's poppin', Mikey T? Much love from New Orleans, fam. Yo, we got love for New Orleans. Shout out to my big brother, Kid from Louisiana as well. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah, we're just getting started. Everybody share this video. Y'all. We're just getting started. We got shit to drink tonight. I honestly, Alicia, I was thinking about making it that drink night you were talking about since it was Cinco de Mayo and all that. But we just got to do a video addressing a couple of the topics that have been going on, especially this Mel Matrix topic that seems to be buzzing right now. A little bit old. You know what I mean? It's a little bit old, but Mel Matrix, I don't think he's given any new statements in recent months, recent weeks, I should say. Uh, Sorry, bro. I'm gonna have to put you in the corner for that one, brother. You know what I mean? We accept presentable chat in here. You know what I'm saying? This is the presentable chat room. But yeah, man, we got some shit to talk about, man. What's gonna go on with this whole situation with Big U and Hassan Campbell? Are these guys gonna meet up and talk it out? Hopefully they can. Hopefully Big U can get some of the things that he's saying in check, because you're watching it, it looks like he's being a little bit disrespectful, but then he's saying he's got respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Hassan Campbell is not to be played with on this YouTube shit. And when I say that, it's like, all right, you've got Big U who's got a popping thing going with World Star. You know what I mean? Big U's got his checking in or whatever on World Star popping, where he's had a bunch of great guests. But Hassan Campbell is arguably bigger than that platform on his YouTube alone. You know what I mean? Hassan Campbell on YouTube is arguably doing the same numbers that they're doing on the top box of World Star Hip Hop. Just saying. Okay. Oh, what you got that watermelon gelato? That's what's up. CT smoking on that watermelon gelato and drinking on that VSOP. Okay. Jamarcus, the grunge rock. Yep. Seattle. Yep. The grunge rock. The grunge rock. Yeah. But we got some shit to talk about, you guys. So I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Yeah, we're not going to get into that, man. We're not going to get into that, man. I don't get into all that Illuminati shit on my channel, just to be 100% honest with you guys. I tell it straight like the facts. You know what I mean? I don't try to talk about there being some major conspiracy behind things. You know what I mean? I don't really buy into all of that, to be 100% honest. I don't buy into the conspiracy theories, you guys. I just see shit for what it really is. Like when I was just talking about the fact that Hassan Campbell does about as many views on his independent YouTube channel as they do on World Star Hip Hop Top Box. We got the 6ix9ine Clubhouse Army in here, saying 6ix9ine's Clubhouse Army bringing up a harsh topic here, which I'll answer this. Mel Matrix ain't really that tough. If he was that tough, then why did he let Jim Jones tell him what to do? Well, simple question, simple answer. Jim Jones had been working with Mel Matrix from a very, very early time in his career. Jim Jones actually brought Mel Matrix to be a part of the Bird Gang, y'all. You know what I mean? When Jim Jones got his label deal, or got his offshoot of Dipset, just like Joel Santana got Skull Gang. Everybody share this video. Let's go. Share this video, y'all. Jim Jones picked up Mel Matrix, you guys. He picked him up. He put him on the label amongst artists like Max B, Stack Bundles. That was the lineup. It was Jim, Max, Stack, Mel, No. You know what I'm saying? That was the lineup there. Technically, Mel was the fourth guy in charge. Why does Mel listen to Jim Jones when it comes to industry advice? I can only imagine that is the question. I can only imagine that is the question that was actually brought to I'm sorry, man. Dude threw me off with this. Throw me off with this. Throw some water on 6ix9ine. That's great right there, man. Nah, man. I appreciate anybody tuning into the video and adding to the conversation. Just crazy what's going on right now. Share this video, y'all. Share this video. Let's go. Share this video. I need everybody to share this video. That's right. Free Mel Murda. My brother Iceberg put it in there. What's popping? Black Jack, Black Queen Jacks, excuse me. What are you, a gambler? You be playing blackjack? You be killing the tables? Okay, appreciate you for tapping in. Land Hustle TV is in the building. Exactly, right there, QGTM. Chain of command, you guys. Jim got the bag. He was following protocol. But even so, in the future, when Mel Murda was getting his opportunity, when Mel Matrix was getting his opportunity, and they were actually blowing up with 6ix9ine, when Jim Jones, and even when they broke apart from 6ix9ine, and Jim Jones was giving Mel Murda advice, he was like, yo, don't go on TMZ. Let Shotty go on TMZ. Jim Jones was thinking from the perspective of a businessman. Treyway Shotty was the one who was the face of it all. Hell, there was a lot of people out there who just thought his name was Treyway. They thought he was Treyway. What's going on, Jason? Appreciate you, man. Louis Peasy, a little bit late. It's all good. It's all good. I need everybody to share this video. Oh, I love it. The 6ix9ine army is in here and they're beefing with my dudes from New York. Man, y'all is going back and forth. I love it. Let's go. We have a live video to do tonight. I appreciate you all for tapping in. We've got some shit to talk about. Wack 100 tried to divide and conquer. Am I right? He tried to divide and conquer, you guys. He tried to divide and conquer. Oh, I'm going to offer somebody a little $10,000. I'm going to give you $10,000 to turn your back on somebody who was there for you, who gave you an opportunity with a major label when nobody else would. Who else was there for Mel Murda? Who else was there for Mel Matrix? After Jim Jones, Mel Matrix had to go back to the drawing board, you guys. He had to go back to the drawing board and create. And he did it. I give it to him. You know what I mean? Mel Murda showed why Jim Jones put him there alongside Stack Bundles and Max B. Because Mel Matrix went back to the drawing board and he created a sensation. Share this video, you guys. I'm pretty sure no other YouTuber is talking like this. And we all witnessed it. We're all the same age demographic, but I'm sure no other YouTuber is talking like this. Oh, Joseph, you just found yourself a one-way ticket out, bro. Peace! Or as Wiz would say, see ya! Or as we say over here, you're out of here! Let's go. Yo, y'all keep it cool in the chat, man. We ain't gonna hate. We ain't gonna hate on the 6ix9ine army for popping in. I need everybody to share this video. Let's go. Share this video. The hottest blogger is back in here. The hottest blogger is back in charge. Reality, I never left. Never left. Well, no more Treyway says that actually could be a 6ix9ine bar right there. He could be like, no more Treyway. But he says Mel Matrix has never been the type of guy that was going to be never going to become anything big in the rap game. Well, what I was just explaining pretty much debunks, what you're saying there. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Max B and Stack Bundles, they were all up in your face, the best rap artists. You know what I mean? They were guys that we would have loved to seen careers pan out for. Undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. You know what I'm saying? Max B, Stack Bundles were undoubtedly going to become great. We kind of looked at Mel Matrix like, yo, what are you going to do to make yourself stand out? Mel Matrix, as I said a second ago, had to go back to the drawing board. He went back to the drawing board and he got behind somebody who ended up having 11 records on the Billboard chart, back to back to back to back to back. Every song that Mel Murda's artist put out hit the Billboard, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it real here. So these are statistics that are going to make me say Mel Matrix found his placement alongside these guys. And it shows me why Jim Jones stood behind this man so long. I love it. Keep on spreading the name for QGTM. Yo, Bill, appreciate you tuning in. Everybody share this video. Everybody share this video. Let's go. Share this video. You like that. You like that, didn't you? The 6ix9ine Army is in here. I remember I did an interview with Snow Billy. He was actually on Clubhouse. I did an interview with Snow Billy, and I got the answers. I got the answers. Maybe that whole situation with Jim Jones or Kanye West and Sway not have. I got the answers. Squeak, squeak. Can't be beat. Can't be beat. Says Mel was a dope artist as well. Yeah, man. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Them red apples. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying. QGTM. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. I was in there when you interviewed Snow. I think I did the best Snow Billy interview, period. You know what I mean? But in all honesty, Snow Billy started talking all kinds of crazy right after I did that little piece with him and shit like that. He had just popped into the interview I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And then he started talking all types of crazy shit. You know, he's kind of a wild dude, Snow Billy. I mean, that's why I was kind of asking him a few different questions because I was a little bit misunderstood about some of the things he was saying on his or posting, I should say, on his Instagram page. I was a little bit misunderstood, so I wanted to get an understanding of that. And we had a dope conversation. Now, if I ever have another conversation with him, which I don't know because we're not really in contact like that, we'll just have to wait and see because I'm not really in contact with him like that whatsoever. But you guys can go just Google search that if you want to hear how I pried answers out, you guys. Oh yeah, sorry, sorry guys. I'm like Chief Keef on a song. I'm like Chief Keef. I'm like Chief Keef on a song right now. Yeah, the Mace one, man. I was really disappointed with Mace. Weren't you, PZ, for not being able to answer those questions like that? Really disappointed. Chase Moolah was popping. What's popping with you, Chase? Appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody share this video. Let's get 100 people in here, you guys. You know, there was some crazy news about 42 Dugg. Some crazy news about 42 Dugg that I want to go over. Just give me 1 second. I had to send it over to myself. I want to talk about 42 Dugg before we get into everything tonight, you guys. Everybody knows 42 Dugg is on the rise. The dude is on the ride of his life with Yo Gotti and Lil Baby, y'all. 42 Dugg is doing his thing right now. Tony Yayo. Well, Tony, yo, cut it, man. Cut it. If you've been watching any of Tony Yayo's new interviews, he does have a new project coming out. Mike Martin, what's popping, man? What's popping with you? Can't be beat. Says 6ix9ine baited 42 Dugg to them folk. What's popping with you, Mike? Mike Martin's in the building. I need everybody to share this video. We're about to get into some topics right now. You guys. The first topic I want to do is 42 Dugg, who actually, I guess, 42 Dugg had to serve a little 6 months. 42 Dugg had to serve a little 6 months that he was refusing to turn himself in on. Now, I can understand that, man. I think we all witnessed that with Fujiano. Fujiano actually cut off his ankle monitoring device. You know what I mean? 42 Dugg actually cut off his ankle monitoring device. Share this video, everybody. We got 100 people in here. Let's go. I need everybody to share this video. What is going on with y'all tonight? Mikey T, the movie star here. But so Fujiano had cut off his ankle monitoring device because he wanted to spend the Christmas spending his money, enjoying his family. I can understand that 100%. Everybody watching this video on Instagram, I want you guys to hit the link in my bio right now. Come join us on YouTube, y'all. We're over on YouTube. We're having a blast, man. We're doing a live podcast. So if you're watching on Instagram, excuse me, everybody, but if you're watching on Instagram right now, hit the link in my bio and come join us for the conversation on YouTube. But yeah, anyways, so Fujiano had done something like this. And, I really chalk it up to, being in a position of power. I chalk it up to being in a position of power and being in a position where you got that cake. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Lunch Money. But I really draw it back to a position of when you got that cheese and you don't want to go in and turn yourself in, and you got to go serve a little stint for whatever it is. If you got a little violation and you get a call from your PO and they're like, hey, yo, we're going to need you to tap in. We're going to need to come see you. And you're not going to need a ride home that day. 42 Dugg apparently was getting off of a private jet. I'm going to get into some of the details. I believe No Jumper. Everybody was posting it today. Everybody was posting it today about 42 Dugg. This is our opening topic, you guys. But be sure to let me know in the chat where you're from, city and state, what you're smoking on. I'm blazing some runts. I'm drinking some Henny. It's Cinco de Mayo, baby. I had to go live tonight, baby. I had to go live tonight. Cinco de Mayo and all. You know what I mean? Plus, there's a couple topics popping. Hassan Campbell calls out Big U. After all the beef popped off, now Hassan Campbell is calling out Big U, you guys. He's calling him out. And he's going to go see him academic style. He's going to go see him academic style, y'all. He's going to go see him mano y mano. He's going to go see him one-on-one. No bullshit. Man to man. Face to face. We'll have to see what happens with that. Maybe Big U can clear that whole situation up. Maybe Big U can clear that whole situation up, because I'm under the interpretation that it is a misunderstanding. I'm under the interpretation that it's a misunderstanding between these two guys at this point. But I'm a hopeful guy. I'm a hopeful guy. You know what I mean? I'm hopeful that these two can put this shit to the side. Big U on Big X platform. Oh, shit. Land Hustle TV, that's major. Alicia said she is blazing, excuse me. She is drinking on that tequila. I was thinking about some tequila tonight. When I was in the store and I saw that Patron. I mean, shit, I could have saw the new Amsterdam, but Gilly hasn't hit me up yet, you guys. I could have saw that new Amsterdam, but Gilly hasn't hit me up, you guys. I said I could have saw that new Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? But Gilly hasn't hit me up yet. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Boston, Brockton, Massachusetts. John, I appreciate you for tapping in. Major salute on the tap in, bro. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, more importantly, if you haven't, so you never miss a live video. Everybody in here, you know what I mean? Everybody in here, subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, you don't want to miss my live videos. I usually go live at about 10:30 every single night. I give everybody the chance to get their shit in. You know what I mean? I don't want to get in all the big dogs' way. You know what I mean? But then at nighttime, Mikey T comes out to play. You know what I'm saying? It's like after Jimmy, Jewels, Cameron, after they all got their shit in, Max B would come clean up. That's how I liken it too. Massachusetts in the building. Holland, Europe, out here. Appreciate you. Angelica, I got that Crip Mac drink. Major salute to Crip Mac. I'd love to have him on the channel on 5. You know what I'm saying? On 5, I'd love to have him on 5 for a 5 interview. You know what I'm 5 in? I'm just keeping it a 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it 5. Nickel, what's up? Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. We got some topics to talk about. Let me get into this 42 Dugg. You know what I'm saying? Who was it here? Yeah, no jumper. My guy, Adam22. Put some respect on Adam22's name. Dude was out there giving out $100,000 in O Block. I respect the hell out of that. But, I mean, I respect him for a whole lot more reasons than that in general. Just the way that he's come up in the game. So, no jumper had posted it up. Detroit rapper 42 Dugg arrested by the feds again as legal problems worsen. No jumper's always on top of it, man. No jumper literally makes me want to turn my Instagram page into like a pure news hip hop page. You know what I mean? I see what they're doing. I see what Adam22 is doing. Guy went from BMXing in Boston to now he's got every hip hop news story. You know, I'm a hip hop guy and shit like that. But I be using my Instagram for other shit like, yo, I'm smoking an L. The shit is fat as hell. You know what I mean? I'd be like on my Instagram, like, yo, I'm eating some good food. I'm counting some money. You know what I'm saying? But Adam22 is on his business. That's why I got to give him his respect. Yo, let's now subscribe to the channel. That's what we're more worried about. Subscriptions to the channel. Don't. Nah, Randy, I'm on the Henny tonight, bro. I'm on the Henny tonight. Executive. Where's my water? Executive sessions in the building. Okay. Salute to your movement. Appreciate you, Meech. Everybody share this video. Everybody share this video. The hottest bloggers at it tonight. We're reading some info on 42 Dugg as we get started. As we all know, 42 Dugg is from Detroit. Federal agents have arrested Detroit rapper 42 Dugg for failing to surrender and serve a 6-month prison sentence, the latest legal problem for the promising entertainer. The arrest of Dion Hayes, apparently that's 42 Dugg's name. Dion Hayes represents the latest fallout from a criminal case that emerged in the early days of COVID-19 pandemic and threatened to derail the upcoming rapper's career. Damn, we're going to get into this a little bit more, but just reacting to to that in general, when a lot of people feel like you don't have to go back to the state, if you don't have to go back to the state, you're good. You know what I mean? If you caught a DUI in this state, or if you caught some low-level misdemeanor in another state, you don't necessarily have to return. 42 Dugg. Damn, y'all, maybe I need some water. Maybe I need some water right now. Excuse me. Oh, damn. Meech says, feds need their top snitch 6ix9ine out here doing what he does best. Funny that 6ix9ine actually just challenged 42 Dugg to a man up. China Mac AD style. Let me just get that all out. And I'm going to continue smoking. Because they say smoking will help. All you got to do is smoke through it. All you got to do is smoke through it, you guys. It's literally all you got to do. You'll get through it. So we got involved in a case pre-pandemic. That sucks, man. Getting in a case pre-pandemic, because you got to think. You were just about to be inside for all that time, and now you're involved in a case. And then during the pandemic, actually, so many cases were getting pushed back. So that's probably why he's still in a predicament where he can catch a violation from it. Yeah, the problem is I didn't smoke enough. That's the problem. The problem was I didn't smoke enough. But let's see. I have another page here on 42 Dugg. So 42 Dugg, 42 Dugg, whatever the hell you want to say. You know what I mean? I never actually met him in person yet. So Hayes, 42 Dugg, 27 years old, failed to report to a federal prison camp. Federal prison camp, Jesus. April 12th in West Virginia to serve a sentence for illegally possessing a firearm. Whoa, whoa. $1 million worth of game. Jesus. I really love that new 42 Dugg song with 2 Chainz. Jeez, man. So you had a little charge there that you needed to go serve out some time on. I mean, they were going to hook you up with the whole federal camp for 6 months. Wow. So it says here. So in West Virginia, so this was apparently in West Virginia, to serve a sentence for illegally possessing a firearm and now faces an absconding charge punishable by up to 5 years in prison. So you had to, let's put this in perspective, guys. Take into consideration I am smoking right now, but I'm thinking very, very clearly. So 42 Dugg, excuse me for calling him 42, but 42 Dugg actually gets an opportunity to serve a 6-month sentence. You get a chance to serve 6 months. You're making so much bread, you know what I mean? You're making so much money that you're pretty much just like, yo, I don't want to go get away from this feeling. Somewhat like Fujiano, who had just been signed to Gucci Man. And who the hell would want to go to jail for 3 years once you're just running up all these tickets? You know what I mean? Who the hell would want to go to jail when you're running up all these bags? So that's what it really boils down to. Just like our guy, Tony Yayo, when he was running with G Unit. You know what I mean? Just like Yayo when he was running with G Unit and he didn't want to give up the lifestyle. You know what I mean? He didn't want to give up the lifestyle that had been created at the beginning of G Unit. Eventually, he had to go in and serve a year, followed by another year, I believe, which sucked for all of us Yayo fans. But we'll move on. That was your Tony Yayo moment of the night. Meech says 42 Dugg is fitting to be gone for a minute. What up, Merc Mecca? Appreciate you for tapping in. We're just going over a preliminary topic. 42 Dugg got picked up by the feds, y'all. 42 Dugg got picked up by the feds. I believe it was in Detroit. I'm not all that too familiar with Detroit. I've never been there. Interviewed a few artists from there, but I have not made my way up there yet, unfortunately. So he was arrested Wednesday, which is what? Isn't that like today or something? No, that's yesterday. He was arrested Wednesday in the Metro Detroit after arriving in a private jet from Memphis. All right, so I'm hoping in the next line it's going to tell us why he was there. You know what I mean? I'm hoping in the next line it's going to give us some sort of an idea of why 42 Dugg would put himself in a position, you know what I mean, where he's going to be in a state where he is wanted to serve time. You know what I mean? I'm hoping we're going to get that into the next thing because it's like, yo, you would think you would be smarter than that. You know, you have to go check in to go serve some time. You're living your life. You know what I mean? You're living your life at that moment. Now you're getting off a jet. Now you're getting arrested. You know what I mean? You're going from eating caviar to behind some bars. You know what I'm saying? You're going from eating caviar to sitting behind them bars now. You would think he'd be a little bit smarter. So let's get into the next part of this. Maybe he had some elaborate reason to be there. So he was arrested early Wednesday in the Metro Detroit after arriving in a private jet, which must have been sweet. You know what I mean? Arriving in a private jet, smoking out some of the best ganja, drinking out some of that 1942 or whatever the hell it's called, that Azul. Anyways, so he was arrested early Wednesday in the Metro Detroit after arriving in a private jet from Memphis, where he attended the NBA playoff game between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. His lawyer, Steve Schrag, told the Detroit News he got off the plane and they were waiting to greet him. Wow. So he got off the plane, and as it said a little bit earlier, he was arrested early Wednesday. So this actually happened early. You know what I'm saying? It happened early, you guys. Way to start off your day. It always sucks getting arrested early. I'm going to just put that out there. Always sucks when you get arrested early in the morning. Just going to be real about that. You know, because you just have a shitty day to look forward to. Just being real. You keep it real. So I guess he was actually in Memphis for the NBA playoff game with the Grizzlies and the Warriors. And he flew back to Detroit where he had this open warrant and he was taken into custody. Now, instead of just having a simple time, instead of just facing a simple sentence of, you know what I mean? A simple sentence of 6 months, which I guess he had agreed to serve. Now he's looking at upwards of 5 years. Now he's looking at 5 years in jail, you guys. We'll have to see. We'll have to see about this. I imagine 42 Dugg's manager has spoke to, or his lawyer, excuse me. I'm sure he spoke to him and he was like let's break it down if it was me, you guys. You know what I mean? Say like I'm doing my thing, I'm doing major, I'm making like 100,000 a day. You know what I mean? I'm talking to my lawyer. I'm like, yo, so I got to sit down for 6 months. You're telling me I got to go sit down for 6 months? They're like, yeah, you got to turn yourself in January. Man, I don't want to turn myself in January. I'm making $100,000 a week. I'm making 50 grand a day. You know how much I'm making a week? Listen, man. Lawyers are probably going to be like, listen, you probably just want to stay out of Detroit then. I'm going to stay out of Detroit then. I don't need to be in Detroit. I'm getting paid in LA. I'm getting paid in Memphis. I'm getting paid in Florida. I'm getting paid in Texas. I'm getting paid in Connecticut. I'm getting paid in Massachusetts. I'm going to be in all them other states. But what's going to happen to me if I don't go to court and don't turn myself in that day and do the 6 months? Well, you're going to be a fugitive from justice. But how much extra time am I going to have to serve? You might have to do 18 months. All right, sign me up for that shit. You kidding me right now? I want to be out here getting this money. I'm fitting to make $3 million in the next 6 months. And then I'm going to serve up that 18 months in jail. And I'm going to come home and I'm going to have $3 million, you guys. Simple as that. I've interviewed Cassidy, who was taken out of his career when he had the I'm a Hustler single buzzing. They took him out of the momentum of his career, you guys. Cassidy should have been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars in that 8-month period when he was arrested. But they drowned his buzz. 42 Dugg was probably like, yo, my buzz could go down the drain, you guys. My buzz could literally go down the drain if I, you know what I mean, if I don't do anything right now. I think that's how 42 Dugg was thinking about it, y'all. I think that's how 42 Dugg might have been thinking about it. Like he could have lost his buzz at a certain point in time. He literally could have lost his buzz. So the time was to strike was then. So he just did what he thought was best. Rest in peace, my bro Chinks. Rest in peace to my bro Chinks. Let me play a little something for Chinks while I smoke. Let me play a little something for Chinks.
You see my nigga Durk?
Nah, you know, he turned the fuck up, man. 2014. Top of the year, rocking out with all real niggas. Coke Boy OTL. Shout out my nigga Money King. Y'all know he rocking, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shot Town.
Real niggas for life. You already know how we rocking. Shout out Rondo, Nunu, French.
Paranoid.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
World Star be taking over 2014, man. Just remember I said that. Real nigga shit.
You know what I'm saying? We just did the Paranoid remix video. My nigga Durk, Rose, Puff, Jada. You know what I'm saying?
Turn up.
My nigga Meek was in the building. Khaled. You know what I'm saying? We all here, man. Young niggas be getting it. You know what I'm saying? Fat shout out to your baby moms. Fuck with her for sure.
Hey, shout out Fat Trans too, man. Hey, just remember this interview when I said we gonna be on top, feel me?
Mikey T, the porno star, my motherfucking nigga.
Nigga.
Shout out my nigga Mikey T, the movie star. You know what I'm saying? We come from the bottom. My niggas with me in the projects. My first video, he came out shot in the projects from
Salute,
Killers.
Real crack. No, I'm just playing.
Funny ass dude right there, Lil Durk. Funny ass dude. Real good dude. You heard what he said, you guys. He said, remember this interview when we're at the top. And right now, Lil Durk has a #1 album. It just got me thinking of how many artists with #1 albums I actually filmed. But now that we're past the 42 Dugg topic, you know, I wish all the best for 42 Dugg. You know, he's got a really he's got a blossoming career, you guys. You know, his situation in the music industry, it was looking really good, but right now we're gonna have to see what happens. Like I said, hopefully he lands in a good position. You know, hopefully he lands in a good position. Hopefully he gets in a good position. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Go ahead and share this video as well. Oh, word, that's dope. Let me know what he said. Lil Durk should give you an interview. You helped so many of them young rappers on their journey. Yeah, you know, Lil Durk gave me an interview when it mattered for me, bro. You know what I mean? When Lil Durk was first getting in the game, when Lil Durk was first getting into the game, he gave me an interview that mattered. You know what I mean? He gave me an interview when it mattered for me to be in the position that I'm in today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into this topic of Mel Matrix, man. Let's get into this Mel Matrix topic. You know, because Wack was talking about the transcripts and all. Wack, and this is a little bit old, you guys, but I was looking on my channel and I seen that I never covered it. This Mel Matrix response to Wack 100. So I really wanted to talk about that tonight. You know, Wack was like, I've got 10,000 for them transcripts. And these transcripts are something that we heard more about recently, the wiretaps more specifically. The conversations that Shoddy and Mel Matrix were having, Jim Jones apparently as well, because we heard the conversation on live, but then in the labeling, it was much different. In the labeling, it was labeled as individual one. You know what I mean? What did he have to say, 1017? Let me know what he had to say. So Wack said, I got 10,000 for them transcripts. He knows we're missing. He knows what I'm talking about. He bold. He can be ignorant when he wants to, but I don't care about all that who you is. A lot of these guys based in the who they say they is, their image is bigger than who. He's saying that their image is bigger than who they are. Now you got 1,000 people riding off a story, riding off a story 5 people told. This dude still hasn't been tested. And now you got 1,000 people talking about who this dude is based upon what people are saying. Nah, I'm going to try your hand. That was a pretty general statement, I think, in regard to, I mean, shit, it pretty much relates to what Wack does. You know what I mean? It pretty much relates to what Wack 100 does, jumping on Clubhouse. 1,000 people hear it. You got 5 people talking, 1,000 people hear it, they make it spread, and so on. Scotland's in the building. Major salute to Scotland. Major salute to Scotland for tapping in. Appreciate you for tapping in. 1017, tell me what he said, bro. Tell me what he said. Oh. Well, looks like we got content for tomorrow then. Looks like we got content for tomorrow then. We got a lot to shit. We got a lot of shit to show you all over the next few months though, you guys. I'm going to have this whole year, the whole rest of this year lit up to be 100% with y'all. But let's get let's get into this Mel Matrix statement that I don't believe I ever read before. It is old, you know what I mean? It's old because Mel hasn't responded to Wack, who just talked about a 2-year-old story the other day, which I don't expect Mel to respond to. Mel's response here pretty much would stand on anything, Mel said, I say he's stone cold. You're supposed to be reputable from your hood, but you're talking to a dude who put some real rights behind the G wall. Wack 100, you know what I'm saying? And I'm dissing anybody that's running with him. It's no secret. This is straight. This is coming straight from the horse's mouth. Him and that dude he's talking to, word up. At the end of the day, he said that dude is a hoe. Him and that dude he's talking to. Word up. At the end of the day, I'm still bumping. Still 10 toes down. Funny that he said that. 10 toes down. Salute 10 toes down. I took mine on the chin. I took mine on the chin for whatever I did. Yeah, Mel Matrix is a solid dude, man. And I give Mel Matrix his respect, because he really proved what he could do. A lot of people doubted him back in the older days, you know what I mean? Because they really were just looking at Max B and Stack Bundles and Jim Jones, you know what I mean? a lot of people might not have saw the appeal in him, but sometimes, when it's either like when you're able to pick up that game, which he may have done, sitting there watching Jim Jones put together the Bird Gang record label after Dipset got on. Maybe he saw that, you know what I'm saying? But also maybe he was just the type of dude out of them that was going to have his own label. A lot of these guys are shining in different ways. Max and Stack were obviously going to be major solo artists. Maybe Nice. I like that. I like that. Everybody share this video too. Everybody share this video too. What up from Canada? Appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you for tapping in. When is Max B coming home? I'm just saying he's been coming home next year since 2017. Max is supposed to be coming home in 2025, to be honest with you. That's the date, you know. That's the date that I read on the internet, just to be real with you. You know what I mean? You know, I would hope Max B would come home next year. You know, I would hope Max B would come home as soon as possible. But the date that I read online is 2025. The date I read was 2025, just so y'all know. And that's good enough. You know what I mean? Max B coming home in 2025, that's doable. That makes me realize that Max B is going to be able to have a career. Bless up. Bless up. Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you for tuning in. Sue the boss, I appreciate you for watching every day. That means a lot to me. Appreciate you. Bless up, man. Josh says, shoot, I need to go to Canada. Yeah, me too, man. I want to go to the UK, Europe, Canada. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But I've been only outside of the country. I've been to Trinidad, also Hawaii, but that's not outside of the country. I'm going to have to roll something up, man. Mel Matrix got at Wack 100 here. Wack 100 offering him $10,000. Like, come on, man. 10,000? 10,000? You're going to need to offer him about you're going to need to offer him about you're going to need to offer him about 100,000 to really move anybody, I think. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to offer him about. Let me see what's up with my brother from Death of the Clout Chase. So let me see if he's available tonight. He's usually doing his thing on the streams like crazy. The Silver Surfer. We need that wave back. He's coming back, y'all. Max B is coming home, y'all. Max B is coming home, y'all. Max B is coming home in 2025. We might be blessed with an appearance from Death of the Clout Chaser. We might be. Like I said, he's a busy dude. He's always running his clubhouse. He's always doing his YouTube channel. You know, he's a busy dude and shit like that. Slide through Holland in the summer. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Europe this summer. I would have liked to. But yeah, so let's get into this here. Mel Matrix said, I took mines on the chin for whatever I did. I took it on the chin. Me and all the gangsters is sitting in the yard. So at the end of the day, I sit with my feet up in every facility that I'm in. Real rights gonna roll out the carpet. No secret. Know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wonder what them chumps' life is about. Mine's is real. I can hold my head high anywhere. I'm doing my time and I'm gonna be walk right out of the gates. Oh my God. Oh my God. He actually went in here. He's about to blood walk right out the gates. You can have jokes. You can have jokes and skip a little. Skip a little rope, but I'll be home. I'll be back out there. I ain't losing no sleep. Wow. What a response from Mel Matrix here over this $10,000 offer. $10,000 offer for transcripts that do they really exist? if they did exist, Mel Matrix would be the one to have them. Is Mel Matrix keeping them held up? He would be able to if he was the one going through the situation. You know what I mean? Because if that was the case, Mel Matrix would have all the documentation. Mel Matrix has never come out and publicly said any of this shit, to my knowledge. To my knowledge, Mel Matrix has never come out and said anything wrong about Jim Jones. And I have been following since they were trying to put together the Bird Gang album that Max B was a part of, that they later dropped it. Well, they put it out actually. They dropped Max B from the album, which was really a seriously bad idea for business. But in reality, Max B wasn't popping back then. Max B wasn't popping back then. It wasn't until Max B linked up with Jim Jones. It wasn't until Max B linked up with French Montana and they started doing the coke wave that he really got popping. You know, he really had an outlet. That's really when he started getting popping. Because he got out of jail. He got out of jail, right? Then he did some interviews. It was sort of similar to NBA Youngboy, actually. Because NBA Youngboy was facing a charge just like Max B. And NBA Youngboy put that in the description. Nightman. Max B was rocking with Jim Jones. He was rocking with Jim Jones, G's up and all that, but he was not standing out. Let's be 100% real. He was not standing out doing all that shit. I'm just being real. It wasn't until he linked up with French Montana and then French Montana put the visuals behind him. Because that's one thing Max didn't. And I'm a realist. I mean, y'all can be bandwagon Max B fans if y'all want to. But I'm a realist. It wasn't until Max B got the visuals put behind him. Because at first, Max B didn't even know how to go at Jim Jones. He didn't have no outlet to go at Jim Jones and diss Jimmy. It wasn't until French Montana came through with the Cocaine City and the connections for World Star Hip Hop that all that shit started really happening. And then they started putting their blogs and the DVDs everywhere. And Max B became the DVD man. That's when that shit really started happening. He started the wave. Yes, when he got with French Montana and he started jumping on all the videos. When he got out of jail. Damn, Don. Sounds like... Oh, God. This guy's trying to tell me about when Max B got hot. This guy's trying to tell me about when Max B got hot and started making his wet name all the way on the scene of the music industry. That's why Jim Jones never put him in position. That's why Jim Jones featured Max B on all those B singles. That's when Jim Jones put Max B on every B single. He never put Max B on the A singles. Dudes is just trying to ride wave. Like, oh, we heard Max B. We heard Max B, bro. What did you hear Max B on? What were the Max TB mixtapes that you were getting? Probably $1 Million Baby. Probably Domain Diego. Probably the Coke Wave. Those were the Max B mixtapes. When Max B was with Jim Jones, Max B got locked up. Jimmy put Max on a few albums. Jimmy talked about Max coming home. Max is going to do the out on bail with a story to tell. Jim Jones said, why would I pay $1.5 million for Max B's bail when I could give him $500,000 when he gets out of jail? Do you remember that? Did you hear all that information? Man, when people try to call me out about what I'm talking about, I wouldn't be on here talking about this shit. I wouldn't be on here talking about this shit if I didn't live through it, you guys. People can want to ride the Max B wave all they want. Max B didn't get as popular as he is right now until he went to jail. Max B, when he was out on the street, he wasn't getting all the write-ups in all the magazines. I did a write-up with Max B in a magazine. Like, damn, man, I know it sounds good. But let's be real. You know what I mean? Some of the only people messing with Max B back then was when he started messing with French, and they went and messed with Jenny Boom. French was there. Go look at it. Somebody show me. Yeah, man, get up out of here, bro. Get up out of here, man. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to explain it like it's right. A lot of people be dropping comments like this, that, and the third, like about the whole game situation with 50 Cent. You know what I mean? The whole game situation with 50 Cent, talking about, oh, Game wasn't even with 50. Game wasn't even with 50 at that point when 50 was writing Get Richer. You don't even know the elements of the story. That's why I'm coming on here and trying to explain the elements of the story. You know what I'm saying? But people are just so caught up with the way that they view it. The Game was around there at that point. I've done interviews with Bang'em Smurf, who was with G Unit right up until the Get Rich or Die Trying album, and the Game was there. It's like, come on. Max and Dipset had a good run, you got to remember. Yeah, but like I said, Jim Jones was just featuring Max B on the B cuts. He wasn't giving Max B an opportunity to shine. You know what I mean? So he would actually get the point to be able to release an album and have the single Why You Do That blow up and be a successor or be a protege record to the Ball and Joint. You know, Max wasn't given that opportunity. And then he got locked up. And then what I just said happened. You know what I mean? That shit was documented. What I just said happened. Oh, hold on. Oh, were you hating right there? Okay, bye. Bye. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about a hater who doesn't actually know about the history of the game. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who want to act like they know the history, you know what I'm saying? But they're just acting like that because it's 2022. You know what I mean? And it's easy to act that way now. It's so easy to act that way, but in reality, it's just like back when 2 Chainz was Titty Boy. Nobody was checking for him. You know what I mean? After they dropped the Player Circle record, the joint with Lil Wayne, nobody was checking for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just being real. You know, it takes the artist to actually to blow up, to actually do something different with their career to get recognized, like 2 Chainz did with changing his name from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz, like Max B did by aligning himself with somebody that could put him on. French Montana was the guy who didn't need a DJ. French Montana did DVDs, but y'all don't hear me though. Or maybe it's just a few people. Maybe it's just a few people. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Go hang out with the other people that don't really educate you on shit. What up, my brother? How was the party tonight, man? Was you by Story, Clark? My brother from the Lightly Seasoned podcast, First Class Film. Yo, Clark, was you by Story tonight? Hold on. Can't Be Beat says, yeah, you're partly right, but Jim was getting in position. Max ran through the... Yeah, that's 100% right. That's 100% right. Max B was given 2 contracts. Max B was given 2 contracts from Jim Jones, but y'all don't hear me though. I'm just wrong. I didn't live through it. I didn't write about it. Y'all don't hear me though. It's all good. It's all good. Y'all hear Hassan Campbell. Y'all hear Doggy Diamonds. Y'all hear academics. You know what I mean? But y'all don't hear me though. When I say it, it's, oh, Mikey T, da 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 da, you're wrong. When I say it took Wack 100 to get Blueface on $1 million worth of game, you just say, oh, but Blueface was on $1 million. Whatever, man. I ain't really on that shit, bro. I ain't really on that shit, man. I know the facts of hip hop, man. That's why I'm here doing this thing. Max B wrote Reasonable Doubt for Jay-Z. Mike, don't ever leave a comment like that in my chat ever again in your life. Although Max B did have the name Big Avel from Big Avel, Jay-Z, Pac, and Biggie, right? Big Avel, is that what that makes up? I'm off the Henny tonight. But yeah, man, no, you're 100% right. Can't be beat. Max B ran through 2 different contracts, but that's not really what I was talking about. But it actually plays in, bro, because in those 2 contracts, Clark, what are you up to, bro? In those 2 contracts, Max B actually did not get an opportunity to make his name. The second contract was actually a writing contract, from what I've heard. The second contract should have been for that frickin' Bird Gang album. Max B should have been all over that Bird Gang album, and Jim Jones should have been selling it. Appreciate you, Angelica. Thought you was clowning me for a second, to be honest with you, man. Sometimes people don't realize my knowledge. It's like I got to pop up like I'm Birdman on Charlemagne or some shit. It's like I lived through this shit. The shit is my life. You know what I mean? The shit is my life, you guys. And sometimes I discover shit a little bit late. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, like Mel Matrix, actually, I've given him a whole new respect just today. You know what I mean? I just looked at it like this today. Mel Matrix actually put Tekashi in a position similar to the way that Jim Jones put Max B, Stack Bundles in a position. You know what I mean? He actually did. And just like the way that Jim put Mel in a position, Mel used his position in a different way. Max B became a major recording artist. Stack Bundles was on his way to becoming a major recording artist. Mel Matrix went on to began to start Treyway Records, you guys. Yep. His buzz, please tell me. Damn, y'all act like I didn't do an interview with Max B or something like that. I'm the one who did that interview with Max B. I'm getting a lot of hate over Max B tonight, like just because I'm not trying to ride Max B like that. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. I don't even give a shit. What up, Code of Respect? Appreciate you for tapping in. Meech says, seems like Jim kind of held back Chinks, Max, and Stacks, even though he gave him a shot. Well, I don't think Jim actually had anything to do with Chinks, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't think Jim actually had anything to do with Chinks. But Max B and Stack Bundles actually were signed with him. Max and Stack should have been 2 of the first artists that were on the Sony deal that Jim Jones was doing. Instead, Jim Jones was too focused. He was too focused on working on his next album. He was too focused on working on his next album, which is cool. But you know what? You need to go back to the team. You need to go back to the team and talk to the team and be like, yo, guys, we're fitting to. Guys, we need to put out my album. Let's work on it. Then we're going to put out Max's album. And then we're going to put out Stack's album. Boom. That's how it could have been done easily. Damn, Nightman, you're just leaving up comments in the chat tonight that I'm not going to post. It is what it is, though, man. Man, I hate how people be hitting me up on IG like that. Who is this? The hell, man? Code of the streets. Nightman says Jim was stealing and taking their shine. I don't know about stealing it, bro. Stealing it, you know what I mean? Max B, I don't know if Max B was signed. I don't know if Max B was signed as a stylist or anything like that. You know what I mean? Meech, I guess that was Max B who did We Fly High, but if it was a collaborative effort, you know what I mean? Well, I was just saying that would have been the best way for Jim Jones to actually, you know, do his shit. That would have been the best way for Jim Jones to actually do his shit. If it was like, you know, Jim really wanted to put his albums together. What up, Prophecy? Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in. But let me see here. Let me see here. So Hassan called out Big U, man. Hassan Campbell called out Big U, you guys. A little bit weird here because Big U seems like a flip-flopper. You know what I mean? Unless he's just being extra sarcastic. Big U said, you know, first of all, Hassan is like, you made a video about me. Big U made a video about me. I don't know why he's playing with me. Big U's like, all I can tell y'all is this. This is all I'm going to say. Catch me on YouTube. Y'all want me to respond? First, I'm broke. Now I got money. First, now I'm a snitch. Y'all got to stop messing with these undercover gang dudes. Disrespectful. Disrespectful right there. Hassan Campbell checked him. Hassan Campbell checked him. And he checked him periodically through this message. You know, I could see why he's obviously taking direct disrespect from this shit. And that's why I'm saying it's like he's going to tell him that he respects him or whatever. But also he's going to take these shots at Hassan Campbell. And it's like you're really just screwing yourself up on every level. You can either make a friend here in this situation. You can make an ally in this situation. Somebody that you can grow to have an understanding with. Big U, I'm speaking on right now. He could come to have an understanding with Hassan Campbell. Instead, he wants to take petty shots at him here. And also confuse it. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what he has to gain from this. You know, and I've never been to the West Coast. I'm not an advisor to many hip-hop artists. You know what I mean? But Big U as a show, Big U's show would greatly be in need of something, a conversation like this. So right now, taking those little, making remarks, You know what I'm saying? Making remarks like that is not going to get you anywhere to clarity. There's not going to be any clarity on the situation when you take it to a different level. This is something Big U is an OG, apparently. He's an older guy, obviously. If that's what OG stands for, older guy. He's an older guy. He should have some understanding on basic things. You know what I mean? He should have a little bit of an understanding on basic things, y'all. So right now, I just don't think he's in a position to actually, talk with him, because later on in this, he said that he would meet up with him and have no issue. Hassan said, "We not up here sitting here talking about you. You're admitting he extorted Nipsey Hussle. Don't try and skate around that. Your man said you were extorting Nipsey Hussle. Let's talk about the fact." Hassan said, if you listen to him, he's beating around the topic like he's a master manipulator. You should have just stayed quiet. You should have just stayed quiet. Wow. Go. Ha! Nah, beloved. OG, original gangster. LOL. Not older guy, but you good. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Hold on one second. Did I really? Man, how did I finish that whole L? Damn, my phone keeps on dying. Let's go, everybody. Share this video. What is popping, y'all? Cinco de Mayo, baby. Iceberg's like, stop it, Mike. Stop it, Mike. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Let me see. Where's my runts, man? Let me roll something up. Oh, I don't want to open that one. I got to have another one right here. Okay. Oh, damn. Oh, okay, that one's good. That one's good, baby. Oh, man, there ain't nothing in there. There's only a little bit. Yes, we are talking, you guys. We are live. I'm Mikey T, the movie star. If you didn't know, now you know. Don't get it twisted, man. Don't get it twisted. I've done a lot of work in this game. Don't get it twisted. Yo, man. Man, don't be saying dumbass shit like that in the chat, man. People be jumping on YouTube and just commenting anything. I don't understand it. Like, why would you comment some stuff like that on the internet? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you, you think you can? It's like people jump on the channel and they're just like F, swear word, this. I jump on here for like 3 hours. I talk to the people. I talk to y'all, and we don't say no bullshit content like that. I jump on here every night, literally, and we're talking for like 3 hours, and we don't got to say no obscene shit on the channel. So I don't know why anybody commenting would say some shit like that. Like, do you realize you got 24 hours in this day? You got to think about that absurd shit that you be commenting. It's like, what the hell? Like you got to be like my bro Iceberg here. He said he be commenting some cool shit. Like, he commented on how I said OG stood for older guy. Big U is going to be dissing me for that tomorrow. Hassan Campbell should be praising me for that tomorrow. Hassan Campbell should be doing a video tomorrow that says, Mikey T is right. He's right. When they use the term OG for a guy like Big U, it doesn't stand for original gangster. It loses its meaning when it comes to a guy like Big U. It just stands for older guy. That's the type of shit Hassan Campbell should be on tomorrow. But they don't hear me though. They don't hear me though. That's what my new saying is. They don't hear me though. Welcome to the internet. Antoine. OG means original gangster. Well, I'm confused. I thought it meant older guy. I thought it meant older guy. You know what I mean? Because when you're getting that advice, well, y'all heard what I said. Rewind that shit back. Rewind that shit back, and y'all hear why I said it stood for older guy. Sometimes you just get shit in the moment. All right, so let me see. I got nothing left in this one. That runs, you guys. It's amazing. Everybody share this video. Let them know the most uncontrollable bloggers back at it. I'm the most uncontrollable blogger. I don't care what nobody says. I'm the most uncontrollable blogger. Everybody else can talk about that Illuminati shit. I'm going to talk about the real uncontrollable shit. Lady Legend says, pop yo shit, Mikey T. It means original gangster, though. I'm just saying. Does it mean the original guy? You know what I mean? Old guy? I don't know, man. I'm not trying to take a shot at Big U, but Big U is wrong in this situation. You know, if you're going to go on the internet and you're going to say, yo, I respect this guy. Yo, if I saw this guy right now, and you know what I mean? Even though I'm a young guy, a young G, you know what I mean? A young G? Even though I'm a young G, you know what I mean? Just a word of advice, you know, to an OG like Big U would be like, you know, if you're going to give somebody credit in one part of the video, you don't need to diss them in an earlier portion of the video. It doesn't make any sense. The two of you guys could build so much more together. Obviously, Hassan Campbell feels a certain way to where he would go meet up with you on a one-on-one basis. You know, he feels a little bit different about you than he did going into that situation with Wack 100 and 6ix9ine. I don't know if it draws back to that conversation that was on the phone and he just hung up because he was like kind of felt like it was absurd, you know what I mean? Listening to the way that Wack and Big U were talking. So that would be really my only advice in regard to that. And however anybody takes it is however they take it. And then that determines how I would respond. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm at the point where I'm just trying to offer up a little bit of general positive advice. You know what I mean? If my word even means anything out there, which I think it does, because there's a lot of people out there from city to city to city that, you know, acknowledge what I do when I go traveling around and they love my content and shit like that. Big U is an amazing content creator. I mean, it shows with what he's doing and the artists that he's getting to opening up. You know what I mean? I did an interview with Jim Jones. It lasted about 180 seconds. You know what I mean? Mostly B-roll when you're interviewing Jim Jones. But when you got a guy like Big U who could bring these people out of their shells, you know what I mean? You got a guy like Hassan Campbell who can do something like bring 15,000 people in a room. Like you got CM Punk coming to an arena. You know what I mean? Like these guys are much more powerful together. Can they ever get to that point at this point in time? Can they get past their words at this point in time? I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking a little bit too much after the fact. You know, maybe I'm speaking a little bit too much after the fact. You know, Hassan said, we're not sitting here talking about you. You know what I mean? Hassan said, if you listen to him, he's beating around the topic like he's a master manipulator. You should have just stayed quiet. Big U said, I'm going to give you the whole story. I'm going to stay positive, but y'all just remember this. If they ain't talking about you, you ain't doing nothing. Big U is like, how can I be broke, then getting money? Then I be a snitch, in setting up people. So Big U was pretty much questioning everything that was being said about him. He was just questioning everything that had been said about him on his Instagram. Let's see here. What's up? What's up? The days of Motown. No worries. No worries. Out of gas. Nah, I just don't want to. Oh, no. Nah, I just don't want to roll up during the Woo-wee! They call me Mikey T. Somebody's going to screenshot that. Oh, my God, you guys. Y'all seeing this? Y'all seeing this? Whatever, man. It's whatever. They don't hear me, though. I'm going to have to start speaking up. I'm going to have to start speaking up. Damn. It's a big-ass Dutch. Ha! Thank you, Lady Legend. I appreciate you for having my back. That's love right there. People always be trying to hate on me. People always be trying to hate on me like my career is going to be over and shit like that. They be like, oh, Mikey T, when's it going to be over for you? It's finna be over for you, Mikey T. It's over for you, Mikey T. It's not over for me ever. I run this shit. I run this hip-hop shit. Been saying that shit for a minute. From magazines to albums to interviews. Appreciate you, Nightman. Thanks for tapping in, bro, for real. But no, I was just saying earlier about your comment about, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you got to kind of like be respectful, and I'll post your comments and shit. I don't want to post like disrespectful comments. Stop. Actually, no. Let me stop. Thank you. I'm going to take Wallow's advice. I'm going to take Wallow 267's advice. Thank you. Lady Legend says, you a legend, bro. Like Bronx Tales, no cap. Thank you. I'm going to take your advice. All right, I'm going to take your flowers. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That was what Wallow 267 said to do today. Rather than just be humble, be appreciative, you know? Be appreciative. King Jess, appreciate you for tapping in. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. I want y'all to vote on it though. Let's do a little vote in the poll. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Mel Matrix would help Wack 100? What do y'all think about that in the chat? Let me know what you guys think. I just put a poll up. Now, you don't got to apologize, bro. You don't got to apologize. I just appreciate your conversation. You know what I mean? But I can't really be posting up stuff on the video that's, you know, dissing other people and stuff. It's just not right. These other YouTubers, man, they can do that shit. They can do that shit, but I'm going to keep it real on here. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it all the way real on here. Just like I said. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm about to roll something up. Everybody's hold on. Oh, damn. My bad. I thought I put, oh, damn it. My bad. Thought I put the poll up. I just put the poll up, though. I just put that up. My bad, Randy. I just put it up. I thought I put it up, man. It's Cinco de Mayo, man. I had a couple drinks. You know what I'm saying? LA's in the building, baby. What's popping with you, LA? Major salute on the tap in from LA tonight. You know I got LA. You know I got love for LA tonight. Meech, I'm probably MK, I'm going to call you. MK, Mel would never, ever rock with Wack. That would bring down Treyway much more. Snitch 9 would love it, though. Damn, my man MK bringing up an interesting factor of that. You know, if Mel were to actually side with the opposition, you know what I mean? Because let's be honest, they might be able to cash Mel out. Mel's in the middle of serving, I want to say it's a 14-year stint. He might be, is he 2 years into it now, you guys, or would it be 4 years that he's actually into it? So is it a bidding war? You know what I mean? Vote in the poll, you guys. Is it a bidding war? If 6ix9ine, yo, I'm going to send you 75. 6ix9ine gave Chief Keef's baby mama $75,000, you guys. Legitimately. Chief Keef's baby mama got $75,000 from 6ix9ine. Capital third letters in here. What's popping with you, bro? How you doing tonight? You know, we got a few topics, man. Mel Matrix, an old address of Wack 100. Mel Matrix had actually said, oh shit, I don't know if I read this. Mel Matrix is like, I'm talking to that guy, Wack 100. He's supposed to be reputable, but he's messing with people who put people in the can. People accepted you on the West Coast, and you talking about you repping this thing of ours? I don't know, man. It's watered down. Word to mother. I got real ones who spin the yard with me. He's not even accepted on his own turf. I ain't ducking no action, homie. Word up. Real talk, like I said. Mine's is real. My life is real. I don't play with no sucker activity. I'm sucker free. I walk the yard with plenty reputables. That was the statement right there on Mel Matrix to Wack 100, who had said, Wack 100 was like, I got 10,000 for the transcripts. He knows we're missing. He knows what I'm talking about. Wack 100 offering 10,000. Wack 100 offering 10,000. Iceberg says, not for sale. Hold on, Iceberg, why didn't you just say they don't exist? For real, for real. I'm about to roll something up. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Share this video if you haven't already. Everybody in the chat, wow! 7% of the people say Mel Matrix would help Wack 100. Wow. Y'all really believe that, huh? Y'all really believe that? Y'all really believe that, huh? Y'all really believe that Mel Matrix would do that? No, actually, nobody believes that. My bad. There's only 7%. It's probably like two people believe that. I don't think that would happen, man. Mel Matrix was rocking with Jim Jones for a minute. He was rocking with him for a minute, you guys. I'm talking since back in the day. You know what I mean? When I say back in the day, I mean like 2009. Might have been earlier than that, though. You know what I'm saying? It might have been earlier than that if I really went back into it. When did that? Somebody get me a date on the Bird Gang album. Somebody get me a date. Somebody get me a date on the Bird Gang album that Jim Jones put out when he took Max B off of it. That album must have dropped in 2009, huh? Nightman says, I know Melly too. That album dropped in 2006, bro? No, that album definitely didn't drop in 2006. Max B would have been on it if it dropped in 2006. Because they had to take Max off the album, bro. Meech, what's Wack 100's beef with Jim Jones? I had gone over a video where Wack 100 was saying that he lost connection with Jim Jones. Like they were in really heavy contact. Like they were really working together at a certain point in time. You know what I mean? They were working with each other at a certain point in time. Like Wack had said that he got Jimmy to record verses for his artist and all types of shit. Damn, that album did not come out in 2005, bro. Really? That album really came out in 2005? It was February. Nope. It was MOB the album. It was MOB the album, and it was released in 2008. June 2008. Yep. The CEO is in the building. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Appreciate you for tapping in. Let's see. Yep. They brought Chink Santana into the group. They had No, who I had interviewed before, but like I said, they pretty much cut Max B out of everything, and they had a record called Splash. Now, did Splash? Nope. Splash did not have Sin City on. I would have thought it did, but because remember they introduced Sin City and he was dope as hell. But so Chink Santana was actually doing some production for Murder Inc. as well. So I remember they brought him into the fold. I was like, oh shit, because I had remembered Chink Santana from working with Murder Inc. That was dope, man. But damn, so I'm trying to think. This was released in 2008, and yeah, that's when Max B was out of jail. Max B was out of jail, dissing the hell out of, he was distancing himself. It's 2008. Yep. That's why I said 2009. I was thinking right after Max B went to jail. But yeah, it makes sense that album actually came out while Max B was still alive. Second. Did I just say alive? I'm sorry, you guys. Outside. Because I was just looking up the passing of Stack Bundles. And it's unfortunate, Stack Bundles actually passed on my birthday, June 11th. You know what I mean? On my birthday, I always wake up, when Twitter was a really big thing, I would always wake up and on the timeline, you would always see the rest in peace Stack Bundles, rest in peace Stack Bundles. You know what I mean? Timeless artist right there who you really like. It's like a kind of like a Big L situation. You know what I mean? Where you just saw like them being able to really legitimately take over the world. Big difference with Stack Bundles and Jim Jones. Big difference with Mace and Big L. MOB2 was 2008. Guys, come on, we got to leave that topic. Nightman, we got to leave that one. We got to leave that topic, bro. We were there for a few minutes, bro. We got to move on to the next one, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back into it here, though. Hassan Campbell and Big U. So Big U's like, how can I be broke and then getting money? Then I'd be a snitch and setting people up. Or you think I'd be setting people up and pressing people and robbing people, and then I'm working for the police? And I'm jealous of somebody. And I'm a snake. And I'm a rat. Now, how I'm going to be all of those? If I'm a rat and a snake, you got to look to see who is the person. Y'all got to see this shit, right? I'm having fun with this. Like, damn, y'all got to be waiting for these tapes. What's the dude? This is when he got to talking about Hassan. He actually mentioned Hassan by name. I'm proud of Hassan Campbell. Legitimately, he said that. I'm proud of Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell, you keep fooling these people. You keep fooling these people. I can see Hassan Campbell right now, and I would not have a problem. Let me go through that. Let me go through this again. A setup. I worked for the police. I snitched. I'm broke, but I got money. I'm broke, but I got $500,000 every year. Damn. He gets $500K a year and he's broke. I don't have any plugs. Then Hassan went in. Hassan was like, I'm not watching a whole 14 minutes of this. A whole 14 minutes of first I'm rich, then I'm poor, then I'm broke, then I got a little bit of money, and then I got my check-in, then I got this, then I decided to buy weed, so I had half the amount. Anyways, that's another story. I need a weed sponsor. Hassan was like, I'm not watching a whole 14 minutes of this. Matter of fact, I should make you listen from the horse's mouth. Does he sound like somebody that is innocent? Let me talk to you, Big U. Set it up. Reach out to me through my Instagram. Reach out to me in my DM. We can meet up in Cali, face to face. I will go out there by myself. So Hassan Campbell is open for a meetup with Big U. He said he would do it one-on-one. That leads me to believe that it could be in similar fashion to the way that he met up with academics. Tension could simmer down. Tension could, get to a point where it gets alleviated. Like these guys could potentially get on the phone. These guys could potentially do something bigger. People want to say shiesty shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes people can forgive that, look past it. I mean, for crying out loud, Hassan Campbell went and linked up with academics and 6ix9ine and Wack 100 on the podcast. You know what I mean? So it shows you to a certain degree people can forget about things. Again, I'm just trying to look at this from a hopeful perspective. When you see somebody flip-flopping like that back and forth, I'm proud of the guy. You're tricking everybody. You know what I mean? Kind of what makes you wonder. You know what I mean? He's kind of on some what was that guy who ran for president from Boston who was flip-flopping on it? He's kind of on some John Kerry shit. You know what I mean? We don't really know what side He's really playing with this one. Ronnie says, what is good, Mikey T? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Major salute for you tapping in tonight. Appreciate everybody tapping in on this live for real. Let me light this shit back up. Why though? Because he told him to sell your tapes on Patreon and called his subscribers dumb? LOL. I don't get it. What do you mean, Iceberg? Why what? What do you mean? I don't get what you're saying. Big U said, Nightman, John Kerry has nothing to do with you. Big U said Hassan got 50,000. Yeah, Big U was, Big U was talking from his mind. Big U obviously witnessed all the views on that video, probably, 300,000 views or something like that. And Big U was kind of like, shit. So this guy is freaking doing 300, 400,000 views on a video where he's saying, go to my Patreon. At least 10% of these guys must have went there and ordered the video. You know what I'm saying? At least 10, maybe even 10,000 people went and paid $5 or $10 or whatever the hell it is, $2. So that's kind of where Big U's head was at with it. And that's why he said $50,000. Hassan Campbell came back and said that it was more like $6,000 or $7,000, $5,000 or $6,000. Oh. Well, Big U took some shots at him, Iceberg. Big U took a couple shots at him. Man. Hassan Campbell just is ready. He has his guard up. You know what I mean? If anything were to pop off at that podcast with 6ix9ine, if anything were to pop off at that podcast, in all honesty, you guys, he would have been ready. So that's just the kind of guy he is. Oh, smooth criminal. He says he's smoking on that cheetah piss cookies collection right there. Okay, that's what I like to hear, man. I'm on the runts tonight, bro. I'm on the runts tonight, you guys. I might be picking up another strain tomorrow. Honestly, if they have a deal on the runts, I'm not even going to front. If they got a deal on the runts, I'm grabbing the runts. If the runts is 200 and 0 tomorrow, I'm going to grab like 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get my brother's ass up there. Actually, I got one of my friends coming out tomorrow and shit like that. You know what I mean? But runts is probably my favorite chronic of the moment right now, y'all. I really appreciate everybody sticking with me through all these live videos. I think we're on like 8th or 9th night of live streams. You know what I'm saying? Every single night I've been going live. I'm not going to stop, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is what we got to do. We got to come on here, talk it out. You know what I'm saying? It's that hip hop talk shit. Let me see. What y'all smoking though? What's everybody smoking in here? What's everybody smoking on? Let me know what y'all is blazing. See how I'm looking on red. Oh, we're out. Nightman says, told you Runts was good. Someone else said overrated. Definitely not overrated. Red Velvet, Travel Lit, smoking on that Red Velvet. Okay. I like Red Velvet. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I bought probably a couple O's of that since it came out. Red Velvet is dope. Everybody put it in the chat what you're smoking on. We're taking a little break. Smoke break. Smoke break, baby. Chat. What up, chat? Mikey T, Mikey T, the movie star. Sup? White Runts. Hell yeah, bro. White Runts was one of my favorite when my guy had it. But I'm on the regular Runts right now. You know, the regular Runts has a little bit of a purple tint to it, huh? Everybody put it in the chat what you're smoking on. What you smoking on, baby? Bubblegum. Mike said, Meech. MK. My brother MK says he's smoking on that bubblegum. Truffle bomb. Truffle is bomb, Mikey T. Never heard of it, to be honest with you. Maybe I should look it up real quick. Truffle. Sounds good, man. I've never seen it, though, at the dispensary. I know if I seen that shit, I'd probably try it. Vegan cookies. So what are you doing? Are you eating some cookies with weed in it, obviously? I'm smoking what Daniel said. I'm smoking what Daniel said. I don't know what Daniel said. Oh, truffle. You're smoking on that truffle too, Iceberg? Okay, the CEO smoking good over there, as only CEOs could do. Share this video, man. You know this is the most interactive live podcast. I talk to the audience. Need a quick minute? Dutch broken down, Lotto Pop, and cereal milk. Hell yeah, man. Cereal milk is a great strand. Lotto Pop, never had it. Gary Payton, put the strand you're smoking in the chat, you guys. Don't be afraid to interact. Don't be afraid to interact, you guys. I like to talk to everybody in the room. Blue truffles. Just had the white truffle. Holy shit. This is a thing, huh? This is a thing, huh? This is legitimately a thing, you guys. You know what I mean? The white truffle, the blue truffle, the iceberg truffle. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like everybody has their little thing with this truffle. Like, it's the new, you know what I mean? Like, it's the new strain. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the new strain. Gary Payton. Hell yeah. Gary Payton is dope. I love Gary Payton, man. My guy had that. I must have bought like six. Let me chill out. 6 ounces. You know what I mean? I bought like an ounce, like 6 different times. I was on it, you know what I mean, for like freaking like a month, 2 months. My guy had the Gary Payton, and he had some gelati. It was freaking awesome. But now I pretty much only buy from the dispensary. Yeah, blue truffles. Interesting. Appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. Let's go. Let me know what you're smoking. Let me know what city you're tapping in from. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what city you're in here from. I love to know where everybody in here is tapping in from. What up, TD? What's popping with you, G's? Cheetah Piss. We got Tony's on that Cheetah Piss too. Great cookie strain. Salute to Burner. I'm on a cookies boycott though until Burner takes notice of what we're doing over here. Until Burner takes notice of what we're doing over here, I am not smoking any cookies. I smoked ounces of cookies on this stream. Burner, where are you at? I'm calling you out. We shout you out every night on the live. We shout out cookies as the most amazing stream, as the most amazing strain of chronics. So, Burner, we're going to need you to tap in, man. I'm just letting it be known. Burner, we're going to need you to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the most live podcast that talks about cookies, marijuana. So, Burner, we're waiting on you, big bro. Okay. Florida Goon says, I'm smoking out the pea of peanut butter. Salute, brother. Do your thing, man. I love I had it once, but it was only an eighth. I only had an eighth of it. Vegas. My man Louis Peasy smoking on that GG4. Okay. All right, Peasy. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Smoking on that GG4. I appreciate it because you know how it is. You've been in here on the live videos, man. Usually when people tap in, they're like, yo, Mikey T, we're smoking on the GG. I'm like, are you smoking on GG4 or are you smoking on GG? Because if you ain't smoking on GG4, you're not really smoking the right, you know what I mean? GG ain't doing it for me no more. It's all about that GG4. They even brought in the GG5. I don't you notice that? What up, Tady? He says he's in the 901 Memphis City. Major salute to Memphis City. Major salute to all the guys out there. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Major salute to Yo Gotti, Black Youngster, Moneybag Yo, 3-6 Mafia, all the artists out there. I know Turk is out there now at this point. Salute to his wife Amani. Turk is doing his thing. Rich Dugg in the album is apparently coming out. We got major salute to you, TD. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Jeremy, Xavier, my guy, JX. Call him JX and ask him which piece of clothing is coming out next. Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Chet King tapping in from Far Rock away. Far Rock, baby. Far Rock. Far Rock's in this bitch. Hell yeah, man. Far Rock, salute to you, man. Holland, Europe, Rotterdam, smoking on that bubblegum cheese haze. Damn, my man is smoking good. My man is smoking good, as he should be. I mean, shit, he's in Rotterdam. He's in Rotterdam, baby. He's in Rotterdam, baby. So he should be smoking crazy. The Sticks, a CT, middle of nowhere. Salute to the CEO. 2 stoplights, 60 people in the graduating high school class. Damn, sounds like a good place to go visit, ride through, and go smoke some weed. I was riding through, and me and my boy were riding through Maryland, actually, on a road trip on the way to Ocean City. And we stopped in like this one part of Maryland where we just pulled over and we just smoked and we just passed out until the morning time by like this just a vacant area in freaking Maryland by like a cornfield and all that. We was out by where they filmed the Blair Witch Project. Don't judge me, you guys. Yeah, I went to where they filmed the Blair Witch Project. It is what it is. But there was really nothing out there. You know what I mean? There was really nothing out there to see. But it was a cool little small town vibe. And let me tell you, I was parked out there until the morning. And unlike here in Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, you would always have a cop bothering you or something like that. Out there in the sticks, we didn't get bothered. Shit was dope. You know, I didn't have to splurge on a hotel room that night. Not to act like I'm a cheap dude or anything like that. You know what I mean? But sometimes if you don't got to get a hotel, you don't got to get a hotel. You know what I mean? You just thugging it. You know what I mean? But yo, we're going to Ocean City tomorrow, baby. Let's just chill out and smoke weed. But that was crazy though, man, because I really felt like that was some Children of the Corn shit. You know what I mean? Like I was like, yo, man, something is fitting to happen. Because you know I be watching a lot of horror movies. So that's why I be paranoid as hell. You already know what's the topic tonight. Well, Jeremy, we had a couple different topics, man. Wack 100 and Mel Matrix. I was going over a throwback conversation that I really never touched on. It somewhat pertained to what Wack was talking about on the 100 show earlier this week when he was, speaking on Jim Jones, speaking on the wiretaps. So this conversation of the 10,000 for the transcripts had got brought up, to which Mel Matrix said, yo, I don't mess with Wack 100. Wack 100 claims to be a reputable person, but he's running around people who got other people thrown in the can. Yep, we were talking about 4-2 Dugg getting locked up at the beginning of the show. Apparently, 4-2 Dugg had a 6-month prison sentence to serve, and he just kind of ran from the charge, But I really appreciate Jeremy Xavier Collection for the super chat. Definitely appreciate anybody who supports the channel, man. That's love right there. Runts and Culado. Okay. Runts and Culado, baby. Runts and Culado. I never heard of Culado. Maybe another one. I want to look up the truffles for sure, though. I think one person in here told me they were good on the truffles, though. L, what up, L Cappy? Appreciate you for dropping a comment, man. Sorry I missed that. He said, me and my lady effing with the runts too, homie. I love damn near everything with purple in it. That's what's up, El Cappy. Where you guys at, man, to get the runts? You're probably getting the best runts if you're out in California. But honestly, this Massachusetts runts that I'm smoking is really good. Getting the runts from my guy, like the dudes outside of the dispensary, it's never really that good. But the runts right here, it's actually about 22%. But I know in Cali, they got that shit that's like 30%, y'all. Wagwan, what up, what up, what up, Twix? Appreciate you. DB Chef is in the building. Lemon pie, baby. My dude smoking on that lemon pie. Yo, let me ask you, bro. I'm not trying to get all federally on you, bro. I'm not trying to fed out on you. You know what I'm saying? But how much of that lemon pie you got, bro? How much of that lemon pie were you able to acquire? Because every time I ever see some lemon, I'm never able to get more than an eighth of it, more than a few G's. I'd really like to get my hands on a nice OZ of some lemon. You know what I mean? Lemon pie, lemon haze, lemon OG. But I never can. I never can, you guys. It's like I'm going to go my whole life. It's like I'm going to go my whole life with never getting an O of lemon pie, never getting an O of blueberry. It just doesn't make sense to me. El Cappy. El Cappy. Shout out to you and the wifey. He said he's in Arizona. Oh shit. Arizona's a lit state from what I hear, man. But the weed laws were crazy out there back in the day. Are they more lenient now? Trav, what up, bro? What up? What up? What up? Jeremy says we got JX, excuse me, says that we got a spot right here in Jersey City that got lemon heads. What's that, man? What's that? Just a weed strain? You right. That lemon is fire. Yeah, I've been waiting to really get my hands on some of it. They don't really, but like, what did I smoke a couple weeks ago? I had sour, then I had some Valley Vixen. Before that, I had runts. Now I have runts. Tomorrow, I guess I'm just hoping to get runts again, but we'll see. Yeah, and yeah, Queen. Like when I was out there, like in Maryland, because I went out there actually because I was going to Ocean City, but I was also going out there. I was like, all right, I could stop through and see where they filmed the Blair Witch Project in this part of Maryland. And it was like there was nobody out there. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody out there. So you really just had the run of the whole town. So I literally just pulled over and literally didn't have to worry about anything. Normally you can't pull over in Connecticut and expect to be able to chill there all night. Not that you would really want to, you know what I mean? But it was late and shit like that. It was like, okay, I can go drive to Ocean City and push through and get there at like, you know what I mean, early in the morning, 8 in the morning, and I can take a chance of a cop pulling me over and smelling all this kush in my car. You know what I mean? Because I'm smoking some joints. I don't have a bunch of weed on me or anything, but I'm smoking a bunch of joints and shit and blunts. And I'm like, I'm not gonna take the chance. You know what I mean? I'd rather just pull over and be safe, to be 100% with you. But maybe I should have stayed at an Airbnb out there or something like that. But that place was creepy, man. I'm not staying at no Airbnb out there where it's all creepy as hell. I ain't used to that shit, man. Where they be like, it was a little weird out there in that part where they filmed the Blair Witch Project, man. I didn't go walking down no trails or anything, so that's maybe why I didn't see anything. But yeah, let's get on from that topic, man. Let's get on from that topic. Because, like I'm saying, I was by this cornfield. And man, there, oh, Jesus. I didn't know if the joint from the Jeepers Creepers was fitting to pop out on me. The children of the corn children were fitting to jump out. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh, man, this. I really should have just got a hotel or something like that. But it was so damn late. There was no service on my phone. Yeah, now it's coming back to me. Yeah, man. I heard about that back in the day, man. Like my dude got pulled over in Arizona. He said, yeah, they're more cool about it now. They used to be pretty strict here, though. Yeah, like serious charges. Or Cappy, you just run into the cop that's trying to charge you with the DUI. And to be honest with you, man, when I'm going on a road trip, you know what I mean? And I'm going to like Myrtle Beach, Ocean City, you're stopping through Philly, Jersey. I'm not trying to stop through these places to get caught up with the police. You know what I mean? That's the last thing on the agenda. You know what I mean? Because if I get hemmed up with the police, I'm pretty much all right. Road trip's over. Let's turn this bitch around. Go back to Connecticut. That's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't fitting to get, but you get a DUI, you're not doing that though. You're going to jail straight up. So I don't got time for that shit, man. All I got time for is to make this history, you guys. I've got places to be and people to see, you know? And I knew it would be smarter for me, but it would have been smarter if I just found a little Airbnb. But I couldn't find shit there, man. I was in the sticks of Maryland. It wasn't like I was there in Ocean City right in front of the beach with like 30 different hotels right there. You know, it was kind of creepy out there. I won't lie. Yeah, Cappy, I do know that. I don't want to get into that though. Yes, JX. Another one that I saw, The Hills Have Eyes. Wasn't really as big on The Hills Have Eyes. That one was a little bit lame, in my opinion. And then they made a couple different sequels. But I don't really remember Cornfields in The Hills Have Eyes. I was thinking more Jeepers Creepers. I was thinking more what was that new? They had a new one that had some shit with the cornfields in it, man. But just point blank period, being parked by a freaking cornfield, it's going to be a little bit scary. You know what I mean? To be like, have that cornfield right there. You never know what could happen. Yeah, but that shit was cool. Going on road trips are awesome, man. I actually went down to Miami as well on that road trip, South Beach and shit. So kind of weird how I like went to the Blair Witch spot and then I went to, don't put me in a box, y'all. I'm doing all types of different shit. My friend wants to actually start a food show. My friend RBH actually wants to start a food show. So we're going to start doing weekly eats. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. We're going to start doing weekly eats or something like that. That might even be the name now that I'm saying it. That might even be the name. Let me, but yeah, he wants me to come down to New Haven, Hartford, different spots like that. And we're just going to go out to little spots to eat and just, you know, I'm going to hit him and see if he messes with that name, Weekly Eats. Does that name sound any good, you guys? Weekly Eats, or is that a little weak? Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I got the better idea. It's better. I got a better idea. Yo, MK, I'm thinking max amount of time, 18 months. Munching with Mikey T. But Iceberg, I'm thinking it needs to actually have, I'm thinking it actually needs to have hip hop concepts to it, where if I'm going to go out with RBH and we're going to go eat some food, we should be talking about hip hop as well. And there should be a couple scenes of us actually talking about a topic that's going on in hip hop. I think that would only be right, because there's got to be a little bit of dialogue outside of what you're eating, where you're going, why you decided to go there. There needs to be a little bit more dialogue outside of that, I think. Or do you think I'm tripping? Do you think we'll talk about it though, man, because I'm definitely going to start doing it. Munching with Mikey T. That's going to be the new show, Munching with Mikey T. It's pretty much going to be like a live. It's pretty much going to be like a live filmed podcast. Yeah. We'll see how long it runs, though. I don't know how long the episodes will run. But now that it's getting warmer out, I'm going to start making my way out to New Haven, Hartford, Waterbury, Bridgeport, New London, Mystic, Connecticut. We're going to go to all these different spots. We're going to film some of the food that we're eating and shit, different ways. I don't know about Mystic. It's a little bougie out there. We'll have to wait and see how they feel about the concept of what we're doing. Munching with Mikey T, baby. I like it, Iceberg. Iceberg's like, got you. We got the concept. We got the new name, Munching with Mikey T. I love it. I love it. Let's do some open questions, you guys. Anybody have any open questions tonight? The floor is open. If anybody has any open questions. Iceberg, stop. Stop, bro. You had it. You had it, bro. You had it. I'm about to write it down. Like it, man. We got the title. We got a new food show. I can't wait to go eat some shit, man. I can't wait to go eat some shit, man. We'll see if everybody messes with the show, though. You got to try new things, man. You got to try new things. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. El Cappy. It's called Got Beef. Got beef, baby. Iceberg, is that gonna Iceberg, is that gonna work if we call it Got Beef? Open questions, y'all. All right, Jeremy. I need the Mikey T, the movie star sweatshirt though, bro. Oh, good question. Ask your questions if you got anything for me. Peasy says, do you think Vlad will mention Yayo? Or do you think Vlad will mention Smurf in the Yayo interview? Big question right there. Do I think Vlad will mention Smurf in the Yayo interview? I don't have any artwork, Jeremy. Do you think Vlad will mention Smurf in the Yayo interview? This is a big question. This is a big question that I actually had. Judging from the way that the interview is going, judging from the way that He hasn't passed Smurf's timeline in the history yet. I'm going to say no. My prediction is going to be no. He does not mention Bangum Smurf in the interview. I'm going to ask everybody in the chat. I'm putting it in the chat. I want everybody to vote on it. Queen, I will answer that question in just a second. Appreciate that. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Everybody vote in the poll. Will Vlad TV mention Bangum Smurf to Tony Yayo? Everybody vote in the poll right now. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what y'all think. Let me know. Okay, 1 second. So Queen asked, do you know whatever happened to Fetty was? Do you know whatever happened to Fetty was? He pretty much lost his buzz. He kind of put out too many singles on the same album, I think. You know, I think he kind of didn't space his singles out the right way, you guys. You know, Fetty Wap really could have honestly pushed his career out a little bit further. You know, he had done an interview with Academics where I believe it was the interview with Academics where he actually said he was making $100,000 a day. He was living all types of crazy elaborate lifestyle, vacationing with the family, spending elaborate amounts of money on his loved ones and shit like that, which is all great. Spending money on the team, which is awesome. You know what I mean? To try and put all your friends in the position that you're in, to make them feel, you know what I mean, kind of how you feel, because that's kind of a way that friends want to be with one another. They want you to, we kind of want our friends to enjoy the experiences that we're going through as well. So Fetty kind of burned a lot of shit, burned a lot of paper doing that type of shit. And his celebrity kind of ran up a little bit. Like, I think he could have saved some of those records he had and used them on other albums. Last record, I would have to say that I heard from Fetty. The last record from Fetty that caught, I think everybody knows what it is. I think everybody knows what the last record that we heard from Fetty was that really caught. That record was actually Wiz Khalifa High. That record, it was like, let's just keep it a bean. You know what I mean? When Wiz Khalifa High came out, it was like, this shit is cool. It's cool. It's not as cool, but we'll take it. You know what I mean? We'll take it. Vibe it. Grows on you. It grew. You know what I mean? It grew on you a little bit. But after that, it was kind of over. You know what I mean? When you kind of get that level and you look at an artist where it's like, oh, is it over? We actually fed into that for a second, I think, based on that record not connecting like the others did. You know what I'm saying? It didn't connect like the others did, like all the records leading up to Even Again. You know what I mean? I feel like What was that? Was that record called Again? The one where he's like, I want you to be mine again? That should have been saved for his next album. Let me check. Let me just fact check myself on this one because I don't want to say. I want to say he had 6 singles. Was it 6 singles on his first album, you guys? Am I mistaken? I don't want to speak out of turn, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had 4. Trap Queen, 679, My Way, Again. He realistically didn't need to drop Again on that release. You know what I'm saying? He realistically didn't. Yeah. Yeah, Cappy, that's another thing. And I don't want to just make the show about eating, steak or burgers or, I want to keep it a little bit more open than that. What do y'all think? Do you think Vlad is going to mention Bangum Smurf in the Tony Yayo interview? You know what I mean? I think, 9 votes. All right, y'all, I'm about to end that poll, so vote if you want to. No problem, Queen. Appreciate you for asking a question. Definitely appreciate everybody for tapping into the live video tonight. I know it's Cinco de Mayo and all that, or it was Cinco de Mayo. DB Chef says, it's the past. It is the past. They should be able to speak on it like grown ups. Yeah, I hear what you're saying there. But is there really a question to ask? So what happened with the Tony Yayo, or what happened with the 50 Cent and Bangum Smurf beef? Why did they really start beefing? Is that really something he's going to ask Tony Yayo? I highly doubt it's on the question list. What is he going to say? Oh, because 50 wouldn't pay his bail because 50 punched one of the road, or because Bangum got into an argument and fought one of the road managers? Is that the story we might get from Yayo? I don't know. Ocho, what's poppin', man? Appreciate you for tapping in, Ocho. Rewind the video, Cappy. We went over that topic, bro. If you want to check that out, just rewind the video. To be real with you. Oh, shit. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just messing with y'all. MK says Yayo might duck that question if asked. We'll see what happens with it, man. Like I said, I don't really know if there's much of a question there. It seems like they just got into the Ja Rule and 50 Cent issue. I don't know if they're done there yet. So the timeline technically could add up because I imagine they're going to get into the Get Rich or Die Trying album. Tony Yayo potentially getting, arrested at that point. While they were really about to hit the height, he got arrested at that point. So Yayo was kind of locked up for the majority of Smurf leaving, I guess. Will they bring up Fredro Starr situation, some of 50's other beefs? I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. It's dope that Tony Yayo finally has an interview on there, though. Iceberg. Oh, hold on. I'm not putting that up. Shout out to Shirley Jew. I think that's her name, Shirley Jew. Shirley Jew's Temple. Shirley's Temple. Or maybe it's Shirley Jew's Temple. She has her thing going on, man. She's doing interviews and shit. I don't like to discourage people who are doing their thing. Shirley is bringing some artists onto the channel. She's making a lot of connections in California. I don't want to discredit that. DB Chef says, was Bangum 50's little man or Yayo's little man? Damn. Damn, DB. DB goes right for it. My guy goes right for it. He's like, yo, Mikey, keep it real. Whose little man was he? I don't really know, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't really know. I guess 50. I mean, he also says that he has a major relationship with Yayo. Maybe Smurf has said Yayo is his little homie. You know what I mean? It's a story. It's a flip-flopping story. For real? For real? Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. There we go. What information was that, Queen? Kill Bill says Vlad only asked him about Ja Rule because Yayo brought it up first. I don't think Vlad wants to strike a nerve. Well, bro, honestly, I do believe that the Ja Rule 50 Cent thing was on Vlad's list of interview questions. It had to have been. You know what I mean? It most likely was on there. It had to have been. Yayo fast forwarded during the interview. Yayo went a little bit further, so Vlad didn't want to ruin the timeline of his interview. So Vlad went along with it. That's what I was thinking. Rather than keep to the timeline, Yayo sped up a little bit. So Vlad went with it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing Vlad's level of good interviewing skills, I imagine there will be a few more questions about Ja Rule. But the question that I got asked was, will Bangum Smurf be brought up? We're going to have to wait and see, man. I'm going to have to say probably not. I don't know if there's really a question there. You know, I don't really know if there's a question there to actually ask. And it looks like the chat agrees. We got 53% of people saying no. 53% of the people say no. Vlad will not ask Tony Yayo about Bangum Smurf. Might do views. You know what I mean? It might do some views. Might do a 500,000 views, a 500,000 views in a day. You know what I'm saying? Kill Bill says, Mikey T, I applaud you for being super high and still being able to remember the topics. Thanks, bro. I hope other people recognize that as well. You know what I mean? I hope some of my peers who do podcasting, blogs, YouTubing, I hope they see they're like, damn, Mikey T be smoking mad gas. Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean? The GGN network and all that. everybody, I hope they realize Mikey T be smoking a lot of gas, but also he keeps it together. You know what I mean? It really just adds to me. You know what I mean? Smoking weed is a hobby, like Biggie said. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I treat it. We got to come on here and handle the topics. A lot of the times when I'm doing interviews, I'm not going to smoke. Like with that interview I did with 10 Toes or that interview I did with Bizarre, I'm not really going to be smoking during the interview because I want to make sure I get all my questions out. I want to make sure that I get y'all what you need to hear in there, cover the history that needs to be covered. But on here, yeah, man, we're going to smoke. We're going to have a good time, but we're also going to cover the news topics at hand. Like I say, I probably say it on the majority of my videos. We always start out with an intro. So when you log in tomorrow night, first of all, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe right now. But when you log in tomorrow night, you guys, make sure you start off by letting me know what city you're in the chat, what you're smoking on. If you didn't do that yet, do it right now. That's how we start. We have an intro where I let everybody know the topics that are at hand. Then we got a beginning, a middle, and end with each topic. And we always have an outro, a conclusion, where I give everybody in the room an opportunity to ask open questions, final questions, and we get to elaborate more on the topics if need be. So yeah, we have a pretty much a way that the show goes. You know what I mean? We pretty much have a standard for the way that the show goes. And I do appreciate everybody for tuning in consistently. I know we've been going for like 9 straight nights. You know what I mean? But in all honesty, man, I'm not going to miss a moment to entertain the people. I'm not going to miss a moment to entertain the people. Let me see. El Cappy says, I think he will now because he's got somebody in here watching you with us, Mikey T. What are you talking about, bro? My bad. I missed that. I think he will now because the interview's over, though, bro. He's just putting it out already. Kill Bill says, I can only smoke indica because of my anxiety. It took me 20 minutes to type. Damn. I hear you on the whole indica thing because, I picked up some biscotti last week and it was a low percentage. It was like 16%, but it was pure indica, right? And I got some Valley Vixen, which was a sativa. I bought it personally for that reason. I was like, all right, 19%. It's a sativa. I can rock with a sativa. Last week, I was banging out these lives on that sativa, yo. So, but the biscotti, man, I got the biscotti. I smoked it. I passed out. I was like, I went to sleep for a few hours. I was vegging out. You know what I mean? I was like, damn. So yeah, on indica, if you take some indica, it's really gonna drown out any anxiety, I would imagine, because that shit's gonna put you in a slump. Yeah, but I want to find some higher testing indica. That 16 was cool because I'd heard a lot of good shit about the biscotti, but in all honesty, I want to find some higher testing indica. MK says, is Yayo still G Unit? Are you serious? Is Yayo what? What? Are you for real? MK, come on, bro. I gave you the cool nickname and everything. And you're asking me if. What? What are you asking me here? Is Yayo still G Unit? Oh my God. I guess it is almost 2 a.m. in Connecticut. What? Come on, man. Is Yayo still G Unit? Has Yayo never not been G Unit? When 50 was signing solo artists, you guys. When 50 went back to the drawing board, since we're using that word tonight, when Fifth went back to the drawing board and grabbed Kid Kid, who was still around? It was Yayo. Yayo was still around. Yayo was rocking with Fifth the whole time. I mean, they had a couple back and forths either on Twitter or if it was Instagram, I don't remember, probably Twitter. It might have been Twitter because I don't think Instagram was really like it back then. I think I'm talking about the whole sour milk comment. But anyways, and then they had it out on one of the radio interviews when G Unit was making their official return. 50 and Yayo had it out there. But in all honesty, Yayo has always been G Unit, man, since the very early days of it. 50, you know what I'm saying? 50 actually made sure that Tony Yayo was able to release That's right. I made y'all wait for that one. I made y'all wait for that one, man. Sometimes I got to make you wait for this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes sometimes you got to build anticipation with the audience. You know what I'm saying? So, what I was saying about Tony Yayo. I see why all these rappers be rapping about Aquafina. All these rappers be rapping about it. That shit is smooth. That shit is smooth. Sorry, guys. But yeah, let's get back to the conversation. So, 50 Cent made sure Tony Yayo was able to get his debut album. 50 made sure Tony Yayo was able to get his Thoughts of a Predicate Felon out there, even though it was pushed back 3 months from June 28th to August, whatever. You know, he made sure that Yayo, the glorified hype man, that's what they called him, although he rapped on the G Unit mixtapes. I mean, he rapped on a lot of the joints, you know what I mean? He just wasn't on the Beg for Mercy joint. Like, that's what I'm bandwagon, just like we were talking about Max B earlier, because you became a fan of Max B in 2018. Anyways, but so 50 made sure that Yayo was able to get his album out. You know what I mean? A lot of people looked at Lloyd Banks and Young Buck and The Game all as credible artists. And then Yayo came out. Yayo got his opportunity to put his album. 50 made sure of that. How'd he do that? So Seductive. Shouting out So Seductive on The Candy Shop, which propelled The Massacre to do 1.1 million in a short week. You know what I mean? Like, this is building up an artist, you guys. This is building up an artist. 50 was doing all the right things, just like he did with Banks, just like he did with Buck. Bucks was a little bit minuscule. I think we all remember he jumped in the Let Me In video at the beginning. You know what I mean? He jumped in the beginning of the video. That was a cool video. Buck's singles were a little It was Shorty Wanna Ride that propelled Buck's album to double platinum status, the Straight Outta Cashville. The second album, Get Buck, that single more comparable to Let Me In. And it's like, damn, man, you're gonna give I'm about to get on 50 on this one right here. So you're gonna give Lloyd Banks On Fire. You're gonna give Lloyd Banks On Fire. You're going to give The Game How We Do. The Game gets How We Do. You're going to give Tony Yayo. You're going to give Yayo So Seductive. But what does Young Buck get? Young Buck gets Let Me In, with a brief introduction from 50 Cent. Young Buck gets Get Buck. None of those records are club joints. They were both the first lead singles from Young Buck's album. Now, you can bring it up all you want, but they'll probably just hear that first part and comment. You can bring it up all you want that he had Shorty Wanna Ride. 50 wasn't on Shorty Wanna Ride either. Shorty Wanna Ride. Shorty taking a ride saved Young Buck's career. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, Young Buck was getting left because his singles weren't as popping as all of the other guys' singles. Yayo's single, that one's a little bit hard to play in the club. Let me know in the chat. It seemed a little, just the way the beat was, it was a little bit harder to play in the club probably than On Fire or How We Do, but it is what it is. You got 50 on the majority of the song. You got him blessing the hook with you and hitting a verse. Young Buck actually got accompanied by 50 on Buck was accompanied by 50 on Hold on his second album, but I believe 50 more so used that as a diss song. Yep. Yayo is definitely G Unit. Yep. What do we got here? Who do you think was the best rapper out of the whole G Unit crew? You know, aside from Young Buck's first two less than impressive singles, and again, I'm not talking about Shorty Wanna Ride. Shorty Wanna Ride was not Young Buck's first single. Let's see what everybody liked in the chat. Let's do a poll, because maybe Shorty Wanna Ride would have been received less than if Let Me In was released second, excuse me. Let Me In probably could not have been released second. You know what I mean? It would not have made sense for him to release Let Me In second. But yeah, this is what we're talking about right now. But I'm asking the chat, Young Buck's best single. Let Me In. Shorty Wanna Ride. And Get Buck. I don't think there was another one, was there? Did he have another single? I don't think he had another single than those. Lloyd Banks. But who's my favorite? Who's my favorite in G Unit? Let me think. Who's my favorite in G Unit? My favorite rapper ever to be associated with G Unit? My favorite rapper, I mean, I always say that Tony Yayo is my favorite rapper in G Unit. You know what I mean? Lloyd Banks was the best G Unit artist. Who do you think was the best rapper out of the whole G Unit crew? I think the best rapper out of the whole G Unit crew would obviously have to be The Game. You know what I mean? The Game is obviously the G Unit rapper. Game is obviously the G Unit rapper that has had the most longevity. I think we could all agree on that. I think we could all agree on the fact that The Game has had the most longevity in G Unit or outside of G Unit. You know what I mean? In his career, he's released the most albums. The Game has released the most albums. Yep, he's released the most albums. That's a clear fact. Let's see. Yeah, he released more albums than all them. Banks only released 3 albums. Maybe a fourth now if you consider these new projects albums. Yayo released 1, Buck released 2, Mobb Deep released 1, MOP never got to release 1, Mace never ended up signing, Olivia never released an album, DJ Who Kid never released a compilation. What else? You know what I mean? I pretty much went through everything right there, right? Pretty much. What? The Game net worth is 29 million, beating everybody in G Unit. That is crazy. That is crazy. G Stack says Banks is the punchline king. He writes a lot of lyrics for the whole crew. Free 42 Dugg, man. I hope he doesn't get that much time. You know, they're saying that he could be facing as much as 5 years. Yep. I would have to say The Game, you know. I would have to say The Game is the most profitable artist because he's the one who kept his career going the most. You know, Yayo did some movies, you know, SWAT 2, SWAT 1. Oh my God. SWAT 1 wasn't all that great, and they had so many different people in it. They had Colin Farrell, LL Cool J, Michelle Rodriguez. And who else was it? Who else was in that movie? Colin Farrell. Oh, Samuel Jackson was in that movie, right? Somebody get me the cast of SWAT. Let me know. Damn it. Got dudes. My dude KB said lyrically the Game was, in my opinion, the best, but short time in as a G Unit member. Hey man, he from what I've been told, bro, the Game was actually around. The Game was actually around all the way back to 2003. The Game was around. Well, shit, we all know the Game was around in 2003. Young Buck shouted him out on Beg for Mercy on the second single. Who in the, what in the chat? This is trivia for everybody in here. What was the second single from G Unit on the Beg for Mercy album? Tell me what the second single was now in the chat. Put it in the chat, you guys. What was the single? Yes, my man Kendall Parks popping them things. I think I remember. I just didn't catch the line at the time. Yeah, at the time. No, my buddy was not the second single, bro. My buddy was. They made a animation video for that, but it was not a single. It was not an official single. But yeah, popping them things. The line from Young Buck was actually, "You're not a Crip like Snoop. You ain't a blood like Game." Now, back in the day, I didn't know what he was saying. I thought he was like, you ain't a Crip like Snoop in this blood like Game. You know what I mean? But he was actually saying, you ain't a blood like Game. But I thought he was saying in this blood like Game. You know what I mean? Just as a lyric back in the day. But yeah, that lyric went over my head as well. Because back then in 2003, and this was released in November, you guys. So the song was obviously recorded at probably in the summertime of 2003. So take it all the way back to that. So everybody, you know what I mean? It's just like so many people put up comments and stuff like that about timeline. It's like you really just got to think back to it. You know what I mean? Like we've been watching a lot of this shit play out since 2003. You know what I mean? When Dr. Dre actually introduced the game to 50 Cent, when did that happen? I mean, shit. Are there any interviews with them actually talking about that? Somebody would have to dig that shit up. There's got to be, because I know that 50 and Dre kind of presented the game in the similar fashion to the way that Eminem and Dr. Dre presented 50 Cent. You know, they were presented in a similar fashion. And when I say that, I mean Dr. Dre and 50 Cent sat down and they talked about the game and how amazing of a project it was going to be, and you know what I'm saying, how it was the next big thing from the West Coast. Um Appreciate you, CEO. Popping them things. Popping them things. Thank you, Google. You're gonna have to send in a super chat for that one, MK. Kendall says, I love that album, even as a big Murder Inc. fan. I've been listening. Salute you a lot. I appreciate you, Kendall. You know, I'm a big Murder Inc. fan too. You know, Ja Rule has shown me all types of love. You know what I mean? Ja Rule has actually done interviews with me. Who have I interviewed from G Unit? I've interviewed Kid Kid. Interviewed a G Unit producer by the he produced a few songs for G Unit known as Red Spider. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I mean? I believe he produced Want to Get to Know You, actually, speaking of the Beg for Mercy. Am I wrong about this? Am I wrong about this? I don't think I'm wrong about this, you guys. Let me check. Hold, come on, man. Let me get to the album. Let me just get to the album. Let me check this. Want to Get to Know You. Where is it? Yep. Red Spider produced the hottest song, probably the hottest selling song. Probably 50's hottest selling female song. Let's see, actually. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. We're doing another poll, you guys. That's right. We're not done with polls yet tonight. I got one more poll. It's going to be 50's best female song from G Unit. And we're talking early, though, like We're talking early girl G Unit songs before we really realized they were going to be making a lot more girl music. So I'm going with 21 questions. Want to get to know you. And I'm going to add in smile. I'm going to add in smile, you guys. Because I think those are the really early girl G Unit songs. Want to Get to Know You was released as the third single. They did do a video for Smile, and it was released last, I want to say. But 21 Questions was the third single, and Want to Get to Know You was the third single. Wow. Best female G Unit song, you guys. Game was in the club video. Was the Game in the club video, or am I tripping? Was he obviously in it? Oh, I appreciate you too, Mikey T. But I was talking about the song "Salute You" with Banks and Buck. Hold on. I love that album, even as a big Murder Inc. fan, but I ain't listening to "Salute You" a lot. That was a Young Buck lyric. Yo, dude, I'm not putting. I could understand where 42 Dugg is coming from. I can understand where 42 Dugg is coming from with not wanting to go in. You know what I mean? Being at the height of his career. You know what I'm saying? Being able to buy anything he wants. You know what I mean? I can understand that. I can understand all of that. You know what I mean? But to put your freedom on the line for a longer period of time, you know what I mean? The fact that he's, from the reports that I'm reading, let me bring it up right here. He's now facing a charge punishable by up to 5 years, you guys. All because he didn't turn himself in. I can understand he's at a point of his career where he wants to enjoy himself. He wants to really enjoy a lifestyle that he never really got to live. This guy is really enjoying a very big amount of fame, being rocking with Lil Baby and Yo Gotti. You know what I mean? He's got one of the biggest voices in hip hop right now. It's got to be hard just to go turn yourself in and give all of that up. It would be hard for anybody who is able to make $100,000 a week or however much crazy amount of money he's making per show or per feature. But I'm saying he's got to have a plan. You know what I mean? If he's got to talk to his law. I've seen cases, I'll be honest with you guys. I've seen cases, but this is different. This is different because that at time when you're seeing a case like that, reading about different cases, the case isn't finished. And then you run off, the guy goes to run off and he beats a fugitive. You know what I'm saying? Somebody runs off and they go on some fugitive shit and then they get brought in and then you see the fugitive charge just get dropped and then they get charged with their original charge, but they don't get no leniency and shit like that. But 42 Dugg's case is a little bit different because apparently he had already agreed to the 6 months. He had already agreed to the 6 months. You know what I mean? So he could be facing some time. I know with these violations, I don't know if this would be considered a violation. I don't know how they're really going to consider it. They might, a lot of the times, if you have a deal, if you have a deal and you go against the deal, they're just going to put what was originally on your head up against you once again. So if you go against the deal, that's usually what they're going to do to you. But in all likelihood, he's not going to be gone for that long. In all likelihood, they'll throw an extra year at him. You know what I mean? Which will give him a year and a half, 18 months. You know what I'm saying? He got a sweet deal in this federal camp, as they say. Not sure if that's like the boot camp style thing that 50 Cent had talked about and A.R. had spoke about, but my hopes are high for 42 Dugg, a guy who really came and showed that he could innovate and take over the game. Look at the dude, man. Look at the dude. J Vape says he can violate due to bond agreement or the bond agreement, meaning like I'm talking about he apparently had the 6 months on the table and then he violated when to turn himself in. But I mean, shit, I wonder how long it's been. You know what I mean? I'm wondering how long it's actually been. You know, if is it one day? Is it 1 week? Maybe that's something that he could have explained. We had prior commitments. You know, we had these commitments that we had to, you know what I'm saying? This is a major commitment. Dude's getting paid $40,000, 30,000, 100,000, 50,000. He's got a commitment that he's got to go do, or else while he's sitting there locked up, you know what I mean? Even if it's just 6 months, I mean, how many times have we seen it when an artist gets out of jail? You know what I mean? When an artist gets out of jail and they plan multiple shows and then they catch a violation, and then that show that they just planned for 2 months down the line that you just bought a ticket to, that shit's canceled. That shit's canceled. You know what I mean? How many times have we seen some shit like that happen? So then you got to imagine it goes with either a back end getting returned or whatever happens. So this has got to be an argument that, you know, 4-2 Dugg's people can put up. Any of these people could put up. You know what I mean? Because we're talking about big money, you guys. We're talking about big money when we're talking about these artists. We're talking about artists that are getting paid tens of thousands of dollars. We're talking about money that is affecting the community. You know what I'm saying? Money that is affecting the economy when these artists come through and perform, like Lil Durk performing in Chicago and bringing 23,000 people out, apparently. 20,000 plus people. You know what I mean? It generates a boost for the local economy, you guys. When these artists come through and they're getting paid 60,000 a show and they're bringing 3, 4, 5,000 people out. All these people that are coming out, they're buying different things. They're stimulating the economy. That's why these artists are so important right now. You know what I mean? To take them away, this has got to be something that could be argued to take them away of their financial responsibility. It's kind of messed up. You know what I mean? It's kind of messed up because we're talking about public figures here now. We're talking about public figures, and I'm not going to get too deeply into all that because, you know, when we talk about public figures, we're talking about people who are bringing people together. You know what I'm saying? Is Gilly still doing shows? Yeah, they had some shows. They have a show coming up in Memphis. I believe they have a show coming up in Memphis. Go check Gilly the Kid's page. You know, Gilly got his page back. And he's promoting. They got 2 shows back to back, actually. They actually got 2 shows back to back. Legendary. I know that, bro. And Smile is just vote for what's the best G Unit female song. Is it 21 Questions? Is it Wanna Get to Know You? Or is it Smile? All 3 of those records, they all dropped before we knew that 50 was about to start making mad pop records, is the point. I mean, unless we're talking about the record that 50 did with Beyonce and then Material Girl. And people like to bring up that argument, but I mean, 50 was pretty much singing on all of his mixtapes when he was singing Bad News and shit like that. 50 was pretty much always singing for people to really want to bring up, you know what I mean? For people to really want to bring up, like, oh, 50 Cent just started singing. 50 Cent just started singing after he just dropped what 50 was singing the whole time. You know what I mean? 50 might have legitimately been singing before Ja Rule. Was 50 singing before Ja Rule? Because Ja wasn't doing that much singing on Veni Vidi Vici. 50 was singing on the Ghetto Quran. You know what I mean? Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Guys, hold on. Nah, I think it's a really really tight race on this one because Ja Rule was singing by 2000. Ja Rule was singing by 2000. 1999 1999 Ja Rule wasn't really singing on Veni Vidi Vici. I don't know, legendary. It's a tight race. It's a tight race here, you guys. Yep, because 50 released Bad News in 2002. Mike Larry, Ja Rule was not doing what Drake is doing today. Drake is doing like Marvin's Room, Find Your Love, you know what I mean? Hotline Bling. Ja Rule wasn't doing records like that. Ja Rule was doing records that were love songs with a male and a female. Drake doesn't necessarily need anybody to compliment him on the record. Ja Rule was doing that throwback, you know, to the he took the Mary J. Blige and the Busta Rhyme thing to the next level, you know? Well, I mean, I guess you could say wow. Yeah, it was Method Man actually set the trend. But they were different because you know what I mean? They were different. What do y'all like better? Method Man and Mary J or Ja Rule and Mary J? Yeah, Drake is on another level. Drake is not like Ja Rule. Music is not like Ja Rule. But yeah, Ja was singing before 50. Um, hold on. No. Hold on. 50 Cent Power of the Dollar. 50 Cent Power of the Dollar. 50 Cent Power of the Dollar dropped July 4th, 2000. 50 was singing before Ja Rule, you guys. 50's album, Power of the Dollar, dropped July 4th, 2000. Horrible release date. Horrible release date, 50. What in the blue hell were you thinking? Oh, everyone's out partying. They're going to buy my album. Da, 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 da. No! Ja Rule's album came out October of 2000. What up, Dev? What's popping, my dude? Ja got more hits. Legendary says if he released that album in 2022, it's definitely not selling. Method Man and Mary J. Facts, facts, facts. Facts. Kendall says Ja was balanced. He gave you street and love songs. I remember all of his albums. All right, Kendall. You want to go into it? You want to dig a little deep on it? Which album should we go over, man? Because I will say Rule 336 was balanced well. Rule 336 was balanced well. Pain is Love was really commercial and pop. And The Last Temptation was the end. So there's really no album we could actually go over to really prove how well balanced his material is. The Veni Vidi Vici album was overly gangsta, which made a lot of people draw a comparison to DMX. Rule 336, arguably his best album. Pain is Love, his most popular, most commercial. The Last Temptation, he just couldn't hold it up on that one. You know what I mean? He could not hold it up. He could not stay on the top of the mountain. You know, he could not hold up the championship, the crown, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I really don't know why he put Bobby Brown on that opening single. Ja, you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself, Ja. Usher should have been on that single, bro. I don't know what the hell you were thinking. If Usher would have been on that single, it would have been a smash. All right, so let's go over the RULE album. We're going to do this, you guys. It's the 6th album from Ja Rule. It's actually gone gold. At this point, it went gold, but it sold 165,000. If you've seen this album, leave your thoughts on your favorite track from it. Anything you know about it, we're going to give a little RULE breakdown. This was actually the album that had the major singles Wonderful and also New York. You know what I'm saying? He also had Caught Up on there with Lloyd. You know, they were really trying to break Lloyd as an artist. This album was dropped November 2004. It followed up the Blood in My Eye album. So it was really his next album after The Last Temptation, after that diss album. All right, so the Ink intro, I'm not remembering the Ink intro too much. I'm not remembering the Ink intro, but it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Maybe it's just Ja Rule talking. I'm not really sure. But we're going to break into the second song, which actually features Black Child, and it's produced by a guy we were talking about earlier, Chink Santana. This is the Last of the Mohicans. I guess it's named after the movie. This is a good street song, but it's very unmemorable. It's a very unmemorable street song, you guys. Like a lot of the work that Ja Rule was doing on his albums with the guys like Caddy and Black Child, you know what I mean? A lot of it was not memorable whatsoever. He put them on. I think the only single that I really remember with a little bit of substance probably was the Ecstasy song from the Rule 336 album. And yeah, I believe Gun Talk is on this album as well, Kendall, and we'll get into it in just a second. But yeah, The Last of Mohicans, Black Child, that's my guy right there. I'm happy to see him on the album here, but in all honesty, you guys, I'm a little bit let down because with such a strong title, you would expect a more memorable track, just to be 100% honest. So then we get into Wonderful, a record that was actually originally featuring Ja Rule and R. Kelly only. It was called I Wonder. It was actually going to be called I Wonder, and the record didn't really take off. You know what I'm saying? So they decided to add Ashanti. They added Ashanti to the mix. Irv Gotti produced it, and they pretty much had a pretty good record there. You know what I mean? It was they renamed it from I Wonder to Wonderful. It was better than Mesmerized. I can say that. Better than Mesmerized, but definitely not as good as Always on Time, not as good as I'm Real, not as good as Put It On or What Would I Be Without You or Between Me and You. You know what I mean? Not as good as Between Me and You or Put It On. So, but it is better than Mesmerized. I'll give it that. You know? So then we get into the track called What's My Name? What's My Name? You would normally think this is going to be a major song. You know what I mean? Okay, you got a song called What's My Name? It's featuring Ashanti. Kendall says Wonderful was dope. You would think, I think one of the lyrics on it was like who they thought it would be or something. Who the F they thought it would be. So let me know if I'm wrong on that, Kendall. And then Ashanti was pretty much spelling out Ja Rule's name in the song. Am I on the right song? Am I remembering that right, Kendall? We're talking about What's My Name, and it was really an unimpressive track. You know what I mean? I expected so much more. You know what I mean? I expected so much more from a track called What's My Name featuring Ashanti. And it was kind of on the same level as when he tried to do that song called The Manual a few years later on the album called Mirrors that was released for free. Legendary says Ja Rule is smart to target the ladies. Um so yeah, but Legendary, he actually targeted the dudes as well on this. You know what I mean? He actually targeted the dudes as well when he actually dropped New York. And that's the next track because we got Irv Gotti working with Cool and Dre, New York featuring Fat Joe and Jadakiss. That was the second single. First single released September 27th, Wonderful. Second single released October 27th. So only a month later. Now, I make a big deal out of that because you wouldn't believe when they released the next single, Caught Up with Lloyd, as I mentioned earlier. New York was released October 27th, 2004. They didn't release Caught Up with Lloyd until May 25th, 2005. That is really extremely odd to me, you guys. But let's get back into it. Obviously, New York was a big record. It impacted 50 Cent to the point where he made Piggy Bank dissing Fat Joe and Jadakiss as well. Oh shit, never mind. The Manual was actually on this album, not the Mirrors album. The Manual album, which is where I believe the Manual album is when he started. He put the names of all of his album titles into the hook, Kendall. Yeah, you're right, Kendall. Kendall, is the Manual the song where he put all the album titles onto this hook or something like that? Jay Real says New York is a classic. Boom says New York was dope, but it was just too late. Boom. So do you think if New York would have came out in 2003 on the Blood in My Eye album, do you think if they would have moved this RULE album up a year and put it out instead of the Blood in My Eye album, if New York had dropped in 2003 following up In the Club, do you think that would have been bigger? New York is a classic. DB Chef says, never listened to a whole Ja Rule album, but he ran the game when he was up. Classic joints. Yeah, Ja Rule always had the verse that you wanted to hear. You know what I mean? Ja Rule always had the verse that you wanted to hear. You know, you go, oh shit, ja Rule's got a verse on this. All right, I'm gonna stick around and wait to hear that verse. You know what I mean? I think all the thoughts of that became when he did, Can I Get It with Jay-Z and shit. He had the last verse on there. But Ja Rule's albums are good, man. The Veni Vidi Vici album, very good listen. You know what I mean? He has some classic artists on there, both J and DMX. Also, the Veni Vidi Vici album was good, and the Rule 336 album was really good. It was really good, even though he started to get commercial on it. It was really good. But let me see, because I believe he had DMX and Jay-Z on the same song. Yeah, because I thought no, he didn't. He just had Jay-Z on his own song. Oh, he had Jay-Z on his album twice. He had Jay-Z on his album twice, you guys. Sheesh. But yeah, Veni Vidi Vici was good. Pain and Love was really, really extremely commercial. The Last Temptation was a little overdone, and I think some of the features were just not that good. I mean, he did some shit. He had Crooked Eye on there. You know what I mean? He had Crooked Eye on there. He saw Crooked Eye. Suge Knight brought that to the table, though, I'm sure. But let's move on here. So the manual was a cool song. He was rapping. Oh no. 1 second. No. The manual was on. Yeah, it wasn't the record. The manual is not the record where he was talking about. He's like, yeah, go listen to the manual. It's a smooth song, but it's a song for the chicks. Sorry about that. That's not the one where he mentions all of his song titles, I don't think. Get It Started. Maybe I'm getting some of the songs wrong here on this one, because now I'm starting to think this Get Started with Claudette Ortiz is that one. Then he had RULE, a solo song, which was pretty good. I'll give it to him. But Ja Rule solo, didn't Ja do something for the Fast and Furious movie? Yeah, he did a couple things, with the soundtrack. He did a couple things with the soundtrack. He also did a couple things when it came to acting in the movie. Wow, Boom Mancini says New York after In the Club would have saved him at the time. He was still popping. Holy shit, man. Wow. You took it there, bro. You took it there. Wow. That's amazing, man. That's amazing, man. That's a good point. But they didn't have the record, is the thing. They didn't have that record then. That record didn't come. That record didn't come until a year later, unfortunately. He had a song with Cadillac Ta on it too. That was on it there. But was there another song legendary? Yup, you're right. Blood in My Eye, the song was the one when he mentioned the song titles. Yup, you're right. Yep. Appreciate you for tapping in, Wild Boy. Major salute. Major salute. Let me see. Okay. So he's got Black Child on here twice. He's got Black Child on Gun Talk. Oh, a record that I really liked. A record that I really like, and I still bump it to this day. This is a really good song on the RULE album. Wow, he's got Black Child on the album 3 times. But on the RULE album, there is a song called Life Goes On that actually features Trick Daddy and Chink Santana. Amazing feature from Trick Daddy, y'all. Damn, bro. Mike Larry, appreciate you for tapping in. Boom. Nah, man. 50 was singing on 50 was pretty much singing on his album. I'm pretty sure 50 was pretty much singing on the Power of the Dollar album, man. Am I wrong, you guys? Was 50 not singing on the Power of the Dollar album? Oh, no, that wasn't 50 Cent. Harmonizing. Was 50 harmonize? No, man. If 50 Cent goes, if you're dragging your word at the end of the sentence, then you are singing. Ja Rule was not so much singing on Veni Vidi Vici when that album dropped in 1999. Now that is a fact. Then Ja Rule switched it up. But 50 has a different voice than Ja Rule. 50's voice naturally works to do the hooks on his own and sing them a little bit. You know what I mean? Sort of like how you saw him singing in the Get Rich or Die Trying movie. You know, his mom's favorite song when they were driving together. And that's why, you know what I mean? 50 had no problem singing. Ja Rule's voice, not the typical voice that you're going to want to be singing with. Ja Rule started singing once he got famous, and it took him to another level of fame. Ja Rule started singing when he got a little bit comfortable. 50 Cent was doing whatever musically he could do. You know what I mean? He was doing whatever musically he could do. Yes, exactly. Ghetto Quran, he sung the hook. I just kind of feel crazy saying 50 sung because, you know what I mean? He was just so hard about, we ain't about that bubble gum. But that's not what he meant by bubble gum. He didn't mean just singing. He meant the content. Ja Rule's content drastically changed from Rule 336 to Pain is Love. Those Rule 336 tracks, those are acceptable love songs forever. I'm Real, put it right up there with it. Always on Time, bro, you're reaching a little bit. We're going to put it up there, but you're reaching right now. You understand that? You're teeter-tottering. Mesmerized. Oh my God, what have you done? He really had a chance to come back. Ja really had a chance to come back, though. He really had a chance. And my timing might be greatly off. Not greatly. It might be off a little bit. Because Usher blew up when Yeah came out. If Ja Rule was in a position where they could have afforded Usher. You know what I mean? Ja Rule was in a position where they could have afforded any R&B singer that was popping at the time to come in and do the hook on Thug Lovin', which is actually a very similar titled song to 50's. You know what I mean? To 50's song with Beyonce. You know, they could have literally hired anybody to come in and assist Ja Rule, but they brought in Bobby Brown. You know, what can I say? Because 50 Cent did the same shit a few years later. Like, Ja Rule and Irv Gotti, these guys were on top of the world. And then they brought in then they brought in Bobby Brown because they're friends with him. They wanted to do an album with him. Just like how 50 brought in Mace and Mobb Deep and MOP because he was fans of them. He wanted to do albums with them. It's like, come on, man. Right now you're trying to win your career back. You need to bring out everything you can. Kendall says Mesmerized was the second song in the top 100 between Li and J Lo, behind LL and J Lo. All I have joint. Yeah, Mesmerized really wasn't cutting it, Kendall. You know, Mesmerized is probably the least of the singles. If we're gonna put Ja Rule's love songs in order, it would probably be I'm Real, followed by Put It On, or you know what I mean, followed by Between Me and You, followed by Always on Time, followed by Mesmerized, if we're going to put them in order. Boom says nobody wanted to go against 50 and Bobby was the only one willing to help. I find that hard to believe. I find that really hard to believe, Boom. Ja Rule was just coming off of Always on Time with Ashanti, and he was coming off of I'm Real with Jennifer Lopez. So that makes absolutely no sense. But I really think what it was, you know what I mean? You know what the artists start saying? You know what the artists start saying once they get really hot? They say like they could sell a blank CD. You know what I mean? I think they were really banking on the Mesmerized record and they were just stunting with Bobby Brown popping up in the helicopter and shit. But they really cost themselves a major opportunity. They should have used that same hook, but they just should have had Usher doing it. But maybe I'm wrong about Usher. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Legendary says, "Do you think Ja will ever put out a new album?" What was the album that he said he was working on? I could have sworn he said he was working on an album. I can't remember the title off of it off the top of my head. Damn, Kendall, I didn't know that. I did not know that Kiss was hesitant to be on the New York record. Appreciate the conversation though, Kendall. Why do you think, Kendall, why do you think they released Caught Up so long after the release of the album? They released New York in October or the late October, but then they didn't release the Caught Up with Lloyd until 2005 May. I'm looking up Lloyd's first album right now. Southside released in 2004. So it legitimately doesn't make any sense you know what I mean? It legitimately doesn't make any sense for them to wait until the next year to actually release the album. I don't get that whatsoever. Wow, Chink Santana gets a lot of love. He was even on Lloyd's album. I was really trying to reach out to Chink Santana for an interview. That dude right there has some stories to tell. He's got some history you know what I mean? 12, really? That's the new Ja Rule album? I thought he had another album title than that. Maybe he already released it though. Maybe he actually already released it. Hell yeah, man. That's why we're so Mike Larry, that's why we're so capable of coming on here and talking about it. Because we lived through it. You know what I mean? Although I was getting In the Club was the biggest song on earth. I was stationed in 01 to 05, Spain, Greece, Romania, Ukraine, Italy, Colombia. Heavy rotation in every club. Damn, DB, you was out in the club in all these different countries, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You was out there doing the damn thing. Listen, if everybody's on here on Instagram, I don't know if y'all are on the gram like that. I don't know if y'all be on the gram like that, but I want everybody to follow me back. Whoever follows me, I'm going to follow back, y'all. Let me go get my phone. I'm going to follow everybody back that shoots me a follow. Everybody that follows me back, I'm going to follow y'all. You heard? Show love to everybody in the chat, man. Hold on. I'm on the wrong page. I'm on the wrong page. Definitely on the wrong page. Damn. 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 Sorry, I'm just messing with y'all, man. Also, Kendall, you put Boxy on too. He did some things for Boxy too, bro. He definitely did things for a lot of artists, like you're saying, Vita. Another artist on the album, well, no, that was actually the Last Temptation album. Charlie Baltimore featured her on a record that was dope as hell. One of my favorites. What was that record called, Kendall? What was the record with Ja Rule and Chuck B. Moore called? Let's see if you get that one. Trivia, baby. We do trivia on here. Whoever follows me is going to get a follow back on the gram. That's respect. I see 21 questions is leading. 21 questions, 67% in the poll. I'm about to shut the poll down in 1 minute. You guys. Appreciate everybody for tuning in on the live. Vote. Oh, yeah, Down for You. Down for You was definitely better than, a lot of people wouldn't consider Down for You better than Mesmerized, just keeping it a buck. Down for You, Down Ass Chick. It was wasn't it the title track of the Last Temptation album with Ja Rule and Charlie Baltimore? Wasn't it actually the Last Temptation? Sweet ass beat too. Yeah, man, those Down Ass Chick, Down for You. One of them was better than the other. One of them had a little bit too much female rapping on it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Damn. The spam has come out. The spam has come out, you guys. Bro, come on, man. We're talking about the early G Unit love songs. We're talking about the early G Unit love songs, bro. What those songs I just mentioned are pretty much the first 3 commercial G Unit girl songs. Are you guys hearing what I'm saying? I meant the first 3 commercial 50 Cent G Unit girl songs. And I think I labeled them, man. Come on, guys. We talk the ultimate facts in here. Y'all. Pain is Love was a cool album, but Rule 336 I think was better. Ja Rule's albums, I'd probably go Rule 336. Veni Vidi Vici, Pain is Love, RULE, Blood in My Eye, and then The Last Temptation. The Magic Stick. Good point, man. But that was more come on, bro. You're really putting Magic Stick on the same level as 21 Questions, on the same level as Smile, as the same level of I want to get to know you. You're really going to put it on the same level as that? Not for nothing. That was 50 Cent and Lil Kim rapping back and forth. A little bit more similar to How We Do, maybe? Maybe The Game and 50 Jack That Style. Yo, if you could If you could do it with Kim. But yeah, man. What do you mean by cameos, bro? I'm about to get up off of here, though, guys. About to get up off of here, though, guys, man. I really appreciate everybody tapping in with me tonight. And remember, subscribe to this channel. I will see you all tomorrow night, guys. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my live videos, y'all. I got the my Instagram. I got my Instagram actually pinned up. If you guys want to follow me on the gram, I'm going to follow y'all back. Peace out, Peasy. Peace out, everybody. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to my live podcast.